Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Wrestling for Life Network. Welcome back to the live streams as we bring you AEW Dynamite tonight. Lots to talk about, lots to get into. What does TK and Co. have in store for us? We're going to find out. So make sure you get in that chat, click all the buttons, like, share, subscribe, and strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good, and let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream. It's Wednesday, so you know what that means. That means another AEW Dynamite live stream here tonight. Looking forward to this one. Lots going on this card. Lots to get into. Lots to talk about in the wrestling world. As always, get in that chat. Click the buttons. Be a part of the show. Be a part of the family as we got lots coming your way and a busy week ahead leading into our Super Bowl party. The predictions are up and out now. Get your Super Bowl predictions in. Be the champ, win some prizes, have a good time, get in there. Don't be quiet, don't be shy, and have at her. Let's see how you do if you can take down our current champ, C Money. But with all of that being said, we got lots going on today, lots going on in the wrestling world, and tonight is no different. Will TK and company have a good one for us? What will happen? I don't know, but I'm going to be here all night long with all your reaction to all the action. And if you don't know who I am Mr. Every Night KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. Happy to be back at it again. Happy to be doing another live stream. Shout out to Nick. Shout out to Anthony. Y'all are stuck with me for the night. Hopefully, I can entertain you, and we will see how this one plays out this eve. I'm just trying to find a button. There we go. Thank you. But that all being said, welcome back. We'll run through the card. I will say hello to the chat. We will do some roll call. So again, I hope everyone out there is happy, healthy, and safe. You're feeling good. Winter. We're dredging through the dog days of winter as we head to hopefully spring sooner than later, depending on what your groundhog said. But last night in the chat, Spaz, Paul Carpenter, and Reader are top three. So shout out to you guys for being your top three. That's your points. The more you chat, the more points you get. Super chat, super stickers, get you a bonus, and you can be in the top of the board. So get in there, give Spaz a run for his money, and get on to the top three. All right, tonight, Kenny Omega, Andrade. Are we looking forward to this one? Is this one exciting? I think so. Kenny can go. Andrade can go. Adam Page taking on Mark Davis. Mark Davis just got put with Jake something, and something is up. And unfortunately for Jake, Mr. Doyle will have to step away for a little bit. Just got to AEW. It's unfortunate timing. Blew his bicep, I do believe, but unfortunately, Mark Davis in singles action. Adam Page, again, maybe this is just a chance for Page to get a good win, stay in that title hunt. We get Jungle Boy Jack Perry taking on Ricochet. We're probably going to talk a little more about Ricochet as well. Some comments online have kind of spun around the IWC a little bit. And, of course, MJF taking on Brody King. This one should be fun. Big fan of both guys. Both can wrestle. This should be a banger. Should be exciting. So, on paper, TK has got some stuff brewing. Will he bring it home tonight? Will it be a good one? Can we see Dynamite have one of those weeks that kind of steal the week from the other shows? We hope. And don't forget, people, we do shirt people as well. Double down on people there. But all that being said, lots coming your way. Blow up that chat. Again, don't be quiet. Don't be shy. Let me know what's on your wrestling mind. What wrestling you're watching. What's good. How you feeling about Elimination Chamber, where we're heading there? How you feeling about leading into Grand Slam? Now, I do see people online still not quite sure, especially after last year. Is it a pay-per-view? Is it a special collision? Is it live? A lot of questions unanswered about Grand Slam. So it looks like they are building some stuff for Grand Slam, which is good. And then, of course, their major pay-per-view coming up in March. So We will see where all this goes. I'm looking forward to some of these matchups. And again, on paper, the card looks outstanding. There is, as far as I know, a lack of female representation on the advertising for tonight's show, but we'll see what we get from them as well. Beyond that, shall I say hello to the people? Should I say hello? How's everyone doing? I already said hello out loud from here, but I'll break it down. We'll run through roll call. We'll see who's present and absent, and just a little tardy here today. But with all that being said, welcome back, Zach. The day after your birthday, so hope you're feeling good, sir. Hope you got a big old cake hangover. Homemade soup day. There you go. Nothing says the day after my birthday like homemade soup. Let's go. Shout out Zach, though. Thank you for letting us know. Looking forward to MJF and Brody King. Welcome back, Damien, the leader of the Hopium tribe. Why? With a big smile. New channel. Well, new-ish, still young, but not new. But new here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Clay Lewis, let's go. How you doing, buddy? Randy, I see you. Sean Reed, what's up? Let's go. I have high hopes for AEW tonight. I'm with you on that one. I really do think that this is a card that's solid. And again, with a lot of the critics out there that are finding a lot of reasons not to be thrilled with WWE. And I mean, we even have a guy like Roman Reigns out there not speaking too highly of the WWE creative right now, or maybe people are stretching that a bit, but it was there. This is an opportunity for Tony Khan. Again, this is another chance. And you always want to put on good shows, don't get me wrong. But we know the criticisms of AEW out there, what the critics say, what's perceived, what I have personally said on this channel about these weekly shows. Again, I think this is your chance, with a lot of people out there kind of going, is the WWE a little repetitive, a little dull? Is it lacking sizzle? Is the creative not delivering? Tony could do the complete opposite and just deliver. Store some things up. Maybe try and get in a room with somebody that you haven't been working with, bring in a new voice perhaps, but you have an opportunity as AEW with TNA. TNA's really happy right now. They had their best week ratings wise in the 3 weeks they've done the show. So they're feeling good. They need to work on stuff. They're trying to get through their growing pains and their introduction to national TV. But AEW is in a really good position right now. They got a lot of talent. They got a lot of good talent. If you write some good shit, if you organize yourself, if the shows make sense, if the shows are produced well, you could kind of catch people's eyes. I see a couple people in the chat tonight that have mentioned, "Oh, I'm here for Dynamite." I mean, do good, they'll come back next week. Do shitty, they'll keep checking in on the other one and seeing how it. Have they got it down yet? Have they figured it out yet? No, not yet. Okay, well, I'll go back later. But welcome back, Sean Reed. That was a long way to say all that stuff. Would be crazy Jericho tonight. I mean, again, when all those rumors have been out there, Jericho's actually got a buzz behind him. So we will see what this looks like. Jericho's going to pop up somewhere eventually. Again, I warn everybody all the time, be very mindful of your sources. Be mindful of where you're getting your information, because people said Jericho was going to be at Saturday Night Main Event. He wasn't there. People thought maybe, just maybe, he would show up at NXT. That was crazy thoughts, but they thought it. Then Rumble, has to be Rumble. Oh, it's only Gunther. It's not Jericho at 30. It's Gunther at 30. And the fans are disappointed. Fans are mad. Where's Jericho? I was told we were getting Jericho. But you were told by the wrong people. Let's be real. What's up, Michael? How you doing? I can't believe it's Wednesday already. Hashtag WFU. Go Seahawks. Go Seahawks. I know Nick's going to be cheering hard for the Seahawks, which means by default, I will be cheering for the Patriots this weekend. We got the prop bets up. If you haven't seen them yet, go check them out. Not just about what's going to happen in the Super Bowl. We got some picks in there. What's going to happen on the channel during the Super Bowl. So get your votes in. Become the prediction champion. We want to see new faces, new names, new challengers for that prediction title. So get in the chat. Click the link. Fill it out. It'll take you 5 minutes, and life is good. You could be a champ by the end of the weekend. But Michael, welcome back. It's Wednesday already. Time's a flying. Babes of Wrath versus Megan Bain, an eliminator on Dynamite. All right, okay. Now, I did not see this announced earlier, so what I said earlier about a lack of announcing for the females. Megan Bain's building. Megan Bain's kind of building up and slowly kind of maybe becoming what we thought she was. I have said this forever. Penelope Ford can wrestle. I like Penelope Ford. Underutilized for the experience she does have in the ring. Babes of Wrath, I mean, again, they're fun. They're a good time. It's been an okay kind of tag team, start for these two. But we'll see what happens in the match. Is the match going to deliver? Will it be good? Will they bury it behind a big segment? I hope not. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I'm happy for this. Again, there is some potential here. And I mean, ever since Tony Khan announced that he was going to do women's tag team titles, WWE put all their main eventers in the tag team division. And then that's been the best tag team wrestling or division overall in all of wrestling right now. Ken, welcome back. Cherokee, welcome, welcome, welcome. Wrong dog chosen again. Afghan Hound should have one stupid Doberman. Oh, well. Will MJF whine tonight? Most likely, as apparently you were watching the dog show before you got here. But shout out. Let's go. Welcome back, Cherokee George. Larry, welcome back, sir. Just a reminder, due to the Olympics. Yes, so for those in the United States of America, we will have SmackDown on Sci-Fi regular time, but it's moving to Sci-Fi for a couple of weeks during the Olympics. For those who are international, you got Netflix. If you got a Vipin, you got Netflix. If you have a friend named Jack Sparrow, you might have it at anywhere your normal time anyway. So everything's good. We appreciate the update, Larry. Daniel Barry, sports highlights. Let's go. Eric, welcome back. How you doing? How you doing? Do another 5-on-5 women's match in Australia. Hayter and Windsor will be added to on the babyface side. Okay. I will see how that works out. I mean, the last one we gave it some kudos. It actually was not so bad. So, we'll see. The prediction champ, C Money. Shout out, my guy. How you doing? How you feeling? As I got about 1 minute, so I suck at this. My shadow knows I'm boring. Listen, that song's a banger, bro. That entrance, the Psycho Killer entrance we're getting for Ciampa right now with that song, it hits so well for me. So I'm sorry. But I am on a commercial break as we are about to get the start of the show. I'm going to say hi, Ken, Mega, Sean Reader, I got you. There's your prediction link. Make sure you get it. Boston's back for a Dynamite. Hallelujah. Buddy, good to see you. Jose, I'm here just so me too, my guy. Let's go. Finally, some real wrestling. Frankie, looking forward to it. Let's go. I am getting the violence warning that we get in my country prior to violent shows or potentially violent shows. I don't know if they do that in America, but here we go. We start. We get the sky view. If you want to sync up with me right now, folks, I'm looking at the crowd. We're in Las Vegas, Nevada. And we are about to find out how this show kicks off tonight. I could see them starting off with Kenny. They like starting off with Kenny when Kenny's got a match to do. We'll find out. Justin Roberts in the ring, I believe. Oh, we jumped to a pre-tape of MJF. Let's go. Okay, setting up the match tonight. Let's go. Dennis, Nair, Sean, Laurie, welcome back. Let's go. Greg's in the house. I'm watching my first AEW show tonight, and I won't stop until AJ Styles shows up. Greg, I see a lot of this. As I got Brody King with his rebuttal to MJF, I've seen a lot of this, and I've taken heat. I will publicly apologize if I am wrong, but AJ Styles is not leaving WWE to go to AEW. It's not happening. I don't see it happening. I could be wrong. If I had to put a percentage on AJ Styles going to AEW, I'd put it at somewhere like 5, maybe 7. But keep watching. I hope you enjoy the show. I hope it's a good one for you, and you came to the right place to watch it with friends. Jose got you. Mega got you. I'm going to star this one. Boston, I'll come back to it. Robert, watching AEW because I'm going to the Grand Slam in Brisbane. Robert, wicked. Let's go, buddy. Remember, if you bring a sign with the Wrestling for Life logo to any wrestling show and prove that you did it, we will send you some swag for doing so. Here I am, rock you like a hurricane. Now we're getting Callis or Lance Archer standing behind him. Doing the start to the show kind of like this is not my favorite way to do it. Again, let's just hit some music, get somebody out there, get them in the ring, especially when we bleed into like 3 or 4 or 5. Now we go to the tag team. Remember, this is something they used to do on Collision when Punk was running Collision. It was kind of their way to start the show. Generally, you would kind of throw out the main eventers to each cut a promo on each other. But to do, to go through 6 or 7 1-minute promos to open the show, it's not my favorite way to do it. I'm not mad about it. I'm not overcritical. I'm not being picky. As Penelope just in perfect motorboat position for this one. But anyway, back to the focus. Let's go. Do we have a list of AEW wrestlers coming to Australia? We do not. We assume the usual suspects. Robert, I'd be really curious. I'd be really curious. How are they marketing, Grand Slam to the Australian ticket buyer? Like, if you're going to the show, is it the idea that, come see this pay-per-view? Are you going to see a special Collision? Is it just, what is it? Like, how are they selling it to you guys there? Waiting on Spaz to show up. Mega, let's go. Sub Safid, welcome back. Bash, always a pleasure. Ronan, the former predictions champion, as I got my favorite person in wrestling on the way to the ring. As here comes John Moxley, and I don't know why. Bash, what's going on? Paul Scott, I see you. Nair got you all ready. Let's go. Gunther could retire Jericho. That's good. Aaron loves wrestling. Aaron really loves AEW. Howdy, brothers. What do you guys want to talk about? Let's talk about anything and everything, my friend. That's what we're here for. That's what we're looking forward to is the Death Riders coming on out. They now have added blinky red lights to their walkout. John Moxley continues to suck. The minute I see him, my mood changes. It sucks for me. Again, it just instantly kind of takes me out of wanting to watch the show. Jericho will come back to WWE. I still think it's going to happen, but again, this is crazy. Michael, the Super Bowl predictions form is hilarious, KJ. Let's go. I'm glad you liked it. I'm going to try and spice things up a little around here. 73 days away from WrestleMania 42. Let's go. I can't wait. And keep watching the channel. We got some kind of crazy news to announce when we're allowed to announce it, but things be popping. Enough of the title eliminators, TK. You're now running title eliminators every week. And what I don't like about the title eliminators is it's a way to circumvent a merit system. So you can take somebody at the bottom of the pile that means nothing, but because they're fighting a champion, it's an eliminator match. So essentially, every time the champion's in a match, it's either a title match or an eliminator match. So does that put more pressure on it, make it more exciting? I don't think so. I think it just devalues everything. And it gives you an excuse to have, Danny Garcia fight for a title or get close to fighting for a title. As here comes the Callis family. We have El Clone, Josh Alexander, and Takeshka. All right, Boston. KJ, you want to root for the Pats anyway? This is a likable team, not Bill B and Tommy B. Pats. Drake is a likable, hardworking kid. And I don't even know how to say verbal. Is such a solid coach who loves this team. Listen, I agree with you, Boston, in the sense of they are not like that old, tired guard of Brady and Belichick. This team being surprising, they actually have a little, like coming into this, and heading into the playoffs, I feel like they kind of fell into an underdog role, which, again, the Pats weren't often underdogs. Even if they weren't really. I like the Seahawks. I was able to use their defense a lot through fantasy this season. I think on both sides of the ball, they're dangerous, but it's a good Pats team. So again, it doesn't feel like the same old, even though it's kind of the same old. But if you're one of those teams out there, like like Cleveland and fucking Buffalo, or you pick them, Dallas is a good example of if you watch the Pats bounce back and win a Super Bowl. a lot of people need to start looking internally, going like, what the fuck are we doing? How haven't we fixed our problems? How did they do it already? Without Bill, they're a family. Those are the best teams, right? You think of the Boston Red Sox, when you put all the goofballs together. You think of the Toronto Blue Jays this year. You think some of the classic Stanley Cup champions. Like Florida's a good example now because again, they're all like buddies. They don't want to leave. They're not getting taxed. Life's fucking good. All right, let's go back to focus. KJ Death Riders versus Cal's Family Trios match. Oh boy, I can't believe this is starting off the show. Now, folks, I will put a poll up real quick. I know I'm late because I'm still doing intros, but welcome to the show. Welcome to the channel. Dynamite is live, and I will be here all night for Dynamite, and I will put up a poll. See how y'all feel about Don Callis taking on the Death Riders. Now, is anyone struggling with the idea that this is your two biggest heel factions, yet one of them's not really a heel faction anymore ish? Like, I'm having a lot of trouble getting into any type of rivalry about any of them. I don't care about El Clone. I don't care how much you book him. Him being in key spots with main eventers is insane to me. We thought something was going to happen. Is Pac going to take over the Death Riders? Will Claudio take over the Death Riders? Will they have a mutiny? Nothing. 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 Why do the words look bigger on the screen? Where? All right, Kenny Omega versus Andrade is going to be the match of the night. I bet last week Swerve and Andrade was amazing on my list for match of the year. Swerve Andrade, good match. I don't know if I'd go that far, but it's early, so maybe you're right, Aaron. Kenny Omega Andrade has all the makings of this. It's why I was excited about Andrade being, signed to WWE back when. I thought he was good in NXT. I liked him before he was there. He never really figured it out in the main roster. They took Vega away from him, which didn't make sense because she was so good with him. But ultimately, Omega and Andrade can deliver. They can wrestle. This should be a good match. If it doesn't get messy or convoluted, this could be one of the matches of the month, year. We'll see. As Moxley and Takeshita hit and right back into the shitty fucking forearms that nobody sells. If you're a grown man and you throw 3 forearms into a man's face and he's still not flinching, you're not doing it right. Woo! Bonkers. Thunder Rosa is back and is set to wrestle again on April 28th against Alexis Falcon, Riot Cabaret Pro Wrestling. Again, bonkers. Thank you for the update. We're a big fan. I always say I've seen Thunder Rosa in her underwear more than I've seen her in a ring in the last year. Respectfully, it's true. Just factual, just reporting observation. As everyone's brawling, by the way, Takeshita has been brought down, but you're right. I mean, I look forward to it coming back. But are we surprised that it doesn't kind of go through the channel of AEW? Like, if she returns to wrestling, you'd almost expect her to return to AEW and then go elsewhere and do shit. We saw that with Kenny when he came back. He went and fought Gabe Kidd before he came back here. I don't get that. Ciampa's new theme is great. I still love his NXT black and gold theme. I completely agree with you. The black and gold theme murdered fittingly for Ciampa. Thought it was outstanding. But the new one, I thought it was so well done. I really like his entrance. I like his presentation. As we got Takeshita in the corner, the Death Riders boot the other guys off. This match is going a little bit on the slow side. And Pac gets chucked over the top. Oh, Moxley falls into the corner, and then look, watch Mox. Oh, man lands on Mox. Yes. Here we go again. What's up, kid? Let's go, buddy. Song is a banger. No, this is America. We love violence. All right, Paul. I believe you. Bum, bum, bum. Who else haven't I said hello to yet? And I'll circle back to some people. Renegade Randy, welcome, welcome, welcome. Mega, I think I said your name. Richard, let's go. Michael got you. Lots of names, and I see a super chat to get to. Richard Martinez, Killer Willie. Let's go. I did like the opening this week. Reminded me of the old WWF pay-per-views where everybody cut a small. I agree with that. I mean, again, I'm not like Yeah, I wasn't like completely bothered by it. It's not my first choice, and I think do it with a few people, limit it. They didn't go crazy with it, so that's fair. Um, I'm more of just like, let's fucking go, like let's get this done. So I agree with you. Gives that old school vibe. They did it with Collision. It can work, for sure. They're definitely building to Mox Takeshita rematch. Yeah, definitely feels that way. I mean, I just feel like there's so many loose ends and unanswered questions, and we're already moving on to something else. It's where I get a little hung up. Ref never had it. We know what a trios match or a tag match looks like. The ref never had it. They just stand there and do sign language for 12 minutes. They do nothing else. They might as well be voguing in the ring right now, guys. They're definitely building to a Mox Takeshita rematch. I read that twice. Bum, bum, bum. I caught up. Let's go. Who's behind? Am I like behind what? I want to see her in. I mean, it's all over online, bro. It's there. Shout out. The lady looks good. She keeps herself fit. Wrestle Rants, welcome back, my buddy. This Death Riders are the biggest heel faction led by a top babyface. Make that make sense. None of this makes sense. And I feel like it's a long pattern of things that lacked a payoff. Now we know Punk and the Young Bucks and the Elite, that was never going to get its payoff. We know how that tragically ended for everybody. But you're right. Like, I mean, the Death Riders, they have this big build. Like Moxley did a babyface turn, according to people, by doing nothing. It's fucking nuts. Nothing. There was no big moment. There was no payoff. There was no reason for him to make him a sympathetic babyface. Just, oh, well, he's a loser now, so we like him. What's that? How's that help? And then the faction he's in is still a heel faction. I think. I don't know. We had MJF with the Hurt Syndicate not pay off. We had all the MJF and Adam Cole stuff not pay off, mostly, unfortunately due to Adam Cole, but that shows that none of the supporting players were even in a place to step into that. But a lot of big kind of events, like, the Elite, Meltzer driver, Tony doesn't really build to anything. So, yeah, I mean, we're not, again, we need some fucking payoffs. We need, okay, Moxley loses a couple matches, starts feeling bad on himself, starts questioning himself. And then the Jackals, just everyone's like, Tony Khan, go download a copy or go to fucking Disney Plus and watch The Lion King, bro. Like the storytelling, right? The hyenas jump Scar when Scar is now no longer a powerful dude. That's what happens. Moxley loses confidence. The hyenas eat him alive. And then the fans are now cheering for this guy because they feel bad for him. Yeah, sure, he's been a dick for 2 years, but he's down and out. He sees the errors of his ways, and these assholes are mistreating him. Come on, you can do it. Simple, like textbook, wrestling 101 shit. And they can't do it. Like it just, and then the fans that won't say anything bad can't kind of wrap the idea of why we're confused by it. Oh, you don't get it. You don't see it. I'm not dumb. I'm not dumb at all. I just help me understand why me and a collective of people, and a lot of people that I know have some brains in their fucking head and watch this stuff intelligently, don't get what happened. Where are your moments? Create moments. You just blur everything into this blender of chaos and shit. And like I've been saying for 2 weeks now, it's porridge. It becomes bland porridge. If everything is gray and mushy on your plate, it's just porridge. It's fucking prison food. It is fucking nothing. You need some spice. You need some seasoning. You need some color. You got to make this shit bright. You got to get it cooking. You got to do something with it. And if everyone's just kind of going through the motions and floating, yeah, then you end up fucking just right back where we are right now. Bland. As this match is still going and Josh Alexander goes down hard on his knee. What's up, AD and AZ? Let's go. Was the CC a bottle episode? We had no stories from the pay-per-view moving forward. Yeah, I mean, again, very much so. And again, like the CC in itself has its issues of making sense. Is now we got Takeshita and Moxley throwing forearms again. These fucking people out there trying to tell me that this guy's a good wrestler. Just fucking rinse and repeat. Big suplex. Eats an exploder, though. No sell. Another forearm. I'm the baddest dude in the building. And a shotgun drop kick. Oh, dodges Josh Alexander again. Josh basically showed up to be a beanbag tonight. Thank you for coming, Josh. And he hits a gorgeous cutter, though. Fuck that. Credit where it's due. John Moxley smashes a cutter. MDB, better late than never, my guy. I was about to rush home to watch wrestling. Then I remembered it's Wednesday. Well, welcome. And remember, the wrestling might suck. We never do. So welcome back, sir. This man's just showing up. As right now, Garcia has Takeshita in a sharpshooter, and Moxley hits a shitty stomp. He grazed him. And Alexander just barely breaks it up. This match won't end. It's going too long. It's too messy. It's too convoluted. And people are going to tell me it's great. Forearm after forearm. There's great pieces to this match. There's great people and components to this match. But here Moxley going to do a tope plumber. He did it. It's not the quickest runner, though, but he did it. And Takeshita gets a roll up. Danny kicks out. Like, Takeshita should just be able to lay his weight on Danny, and Danny's fucked. Blue Thunderbomb. It won't end. Let's go. No selling. No, fuck it. We don't sell shit around here. Right? It's like a fucking realtor in the desert. Ain't selling shit. Let's go. It's true that Cross won the... Yes, it is. Oh! The package tombstone into a wheelbarrow suplex. You don't need to do the other stuff to him, guys. Josh with a discus elbow. And all that shit was unnecessary. Guys. Come on. This is the match that never ends. All right, now we got another one. Why did you let him kick out to get pinned 10 seconds later? The fuck are we doing? What are we doing? Why does that even begin to even think that made sense? Dear people, fucking edit yourselves a little bit. Moxley bad acting up against the apron. Oh, here he comes. Oh, he's staggering. Looking like my Uncle Joe at the cookout. Hulk out spot for nothing. Yeah, man. Like, what was the point if you were going to beat him in the spot that Takeshita looks like an absolute badass? You know, package tombstone, wheelbarrow fucking suplex. You know, Danny's fucking shook. Hit him with the knee. Pin him 1, 2, 3. If you want to put a little cherry on it, we go home. He took 2 elbows in the corner, a discus elbow to the back of the head, a knee kicked out to get hit with a finisher, and still fucking lose. Not only does it make Danny look bad, because just got fucking completely bitched out, his whole crew couldn't find their way back into the ring in all the fucking time that had elapsed. And again, this big giant Takeshita, you're supposed to sell me on this guy is going to kick everyone's ass, and he's going to go into, you know, world title pictures and such, but he has to damn near murder Garcia to get a win. As we go to the back with Renee Paquette and Swerve Strickland. Solid 6-man. It's okay. I didn't like it, but it's okay. And, you know, we all knew I wasn't going to love it, though. AEW does these time clocks now. Did they? What time clocks? I didn't see a time clock. Garcia should be kicked out of the group for letting his team down. Again, Garcia doesn't instill fear in anybody. The fact that I'm supposed to take Garcia serious in any way, shape, or form, I don't fucking get it. Swerve walking off with an attitude, not happy. Moxley versus Takeshita, that's the match for Grand Slam. Facts. Why IWC always gets so butthurt when a wrestler goes to a different company? Everybody does a job. You were just a number. You were just a guy in a company, or a woman in a company. If you, and again, I don't care what any of them say. We're like a family. Now you're a big corporation. And at the end of the day, that's where the loyalty stops, I think, in this business or in any business. I mean, you want to up your ante. You want to, you know, you want to, if you can maximize your goals and maximize your income, then that's all the right for you. The people getting butthurt about people leaving, I mean, again, I scratch my head and I wonder how many of them have ever been in a position to go from one company to another in any way, shape, or form. But at the end of the day, the IWC gets butthurt about everything. So what are we going to do? How are we going to change it? How are we going to fix it? We don't. We just kind of go with it. Just ignore those people as much as possible. But yeah, I mean, Hobbs did nothing wrong. If we're speaking of Royce, the latest ship jumper, and again, what I find very interesting is that you see all the people that celebrate and rejoice, the same people out there putting out, oh, AJ Styles coming to AEW. So when it goes one way, it's fucking perfectly great. But the hypocrisy of it all is someone's leaving? Yeah. I got booked like shit for the duration of my contract. I'm not re-signing. Tony Khan offered me more money than the other company to stay, and I'm still not going to stay. I'd rather go there. I'd rather be on TV. I'd rather have a chance at WrestleMania. And you don't have anything in your repertoire to offer me that. I want to be the best I can be at this job. You don't offer me that opportunity, so I'm going to move on. For some, that big old truck of money is more than enough. For others, they want more. And we've seen a lot of talent move, and more will. Dun got that one. AEW, as we are on a commercial break, ladies and gentlemen, AEW does these time clocks. Now, I didn't see a time clock, so that's very curious. Every Dynamite is Don Callis night. They are Don Callis' family are on TV all the time. And you know what? If you're going to do it, then fucking do it well. Like, if they lose they say the Don Callis is involved in 3 matches. They win the first one, lose the next 2. Next week they come back, they lose 2, they win 1. Guys like Rocky Romero catching L's. If you're going to have them on the show this much, make them impactful. Make them dominant. Give them all the W's. Find every fucking match, just cheat. Pull out all the stops. Fuck around. Beat people up. If you're going to lose, get DQ'd. Be maniacal and get your fucking manager off commentary. He is not a part-time commentator, and the commentary is bad enough without a 4th asshole running his mouth. So just be at the ringside. Help your team win. Coach your team, right? The coach of your favorite team doesn't go up to the fucking press box during the game to coach. No, he's down there with the fucking team. Get to ringside and contribute to your fucking squad being successful. That's my thought on that, Jose. That's not the main event match. All right, we'll come back to that. 3 matches tonight involved Don Callis. There you go. I think it was 3 matches last week, and it's varying levels, right? It's Takeshita in a trios. It's Rocky and somebody and something else. A lot of El Clone. They love Hechicero. This guy. This is fucking cool. It's the Hickory Sticko just fucking killing it. As we are coming back from commercial break. AEW doing AEW shit as always, just like Omega hit Romeo with knee and 2 other moves before the finisher. Yeah, Romero. Just like you said with Garcia kicking out, kicked out just to not a second later. Sorry about the ending of that, Killy, but you're right, and that's my issue. Again, it doesn't. There's like these weird little nuances to AEW that are like super important to AEW. As we are back from commercial, and I'm getting a very good Will Ospreay package. Talking about his injuries, talking about his surgery. Are we ready for the comeback of Will Ospreay? And I'm telling you right now, if Tony Khan ever hears me say anything If Tony Khan ever, someone says, hey, some fucking guy from Canada was running his mouth. If he ever catches anything I say, when Will Ospreay comes back, do not fuck around. Push this guy to the fucking moon and let him carry the flag of this company. Stop messing around. Stop putting him in mid-card shit. AEW where wrestlers scrimmage. I like it. This is a LARPing. Nothing makes sense. Lady B, on point with the point that you made, but also very funny as always. As here comes freshly squeezed, Jane is playing. I never took the last poll down, but 49% of you, I think, were correct or were wrong. But I love that. That's the LARPing comparable is so on point to me because it does feel like to the fans that are in the building or the fans that are just sucked right in, the sickos that won't deviate from everything is amazing, and the people putting on the show, that it doesn't matter if you're selling, like it's like we know the fans don't give a fuck. It's all the F word, the F word, that F word. And so therefore we don't have to do it. We can just fucking LARP and fucking run around, and people can cheer when we do crazy shit, and that's about it. As right now we are getting Jordan Oasis and Brittany Brooks against what? Why are we getting a squash match? Are we going to introduce intergender titles? Back to this real quick. It drives me nuts. It fucking drives me nuts to just lose. And I was going to say before I got distracted, everybody has to prove they're tough in AEW. Like there's this lack of confidence from a lot of people. And this is insecurity of, I'm going to show you how tough I am. So nobody taps out. Everybody passes out. Come on, is everybody like, I get it. Stone Cold passes out lack of blood. The average guy taps out because you're choking me. The fuck are we doing? And then you have, and then going from trying to prove you're tough with the tap outs, then you have this where you're going to kill me. You're going to run me over with a car. You're going to fucking beat me with a brick stick. And then I'm going to kick out, but you're just going to beat me anyway. The fuck's the point? What is the fucking point? Like, really, what did you just prove? What did we get? Oh, Danny's super tough because, he kicked out. A little fucking dumb. Just got his ass kicked more. So that's my take on it. It's a bunch of people in the back that are trying to protect their egos, trying to protect this macho projection that we gotta, like, when you're all little guys like Danny and Yuta and fucking Jungle Boy, when you're all these little men like the Young Bucks, then you just fucking, as we are getting a tag, Tony's in. That becomes the dilemma, is everybody's got to prove how tough they are. I'm not tapping out. Oh, 6 finishers are enough. And somebody mentioned Moxley doing the stomp. Moxley doing cutters. Moxley. Just doing everyone else's shit. Okay, relax. I'm here. What's going on, everybody? It's good day to have a good day. I'm going live at 10:15 tonight, but make sure you stay here with KJ. And love KJ first. Well, there you go. Give me all the loving. But Spaz, thank you for the 10 bones in the bucket, as I like to say. I'm shocked they finally nailed a debut with Ciampa. To be honest, KJ, I was worried, but they gave him a great debut and then followed that up by putting the belt on him, making him look dominant. Great start, TK. Boston, 100%. And for those out there that have, that Axterman, you don't find anything good to say, Ciampa's been done perfect. Just keep the ball rolling now. But great entrance, great, visual, great surprise. Mark Briscoe's a good guy to go up against. And you didn't put him in there with nobody. He didn't have a nothing match against Wheeler Yuta. He had a meaningful match against a top guy in a lot of ways. Mark's got a belt on him. He's one of the most over guys in the company. And Ciampa gets a really good win and a really good match. And we're not fucking around. That's exactly Good job. I agree with that completely. Super chat the third. As that's over, and here comes. Oh, all right, never mind. So that's a quick match. I didn't even put a poll up for that one. Super chat the second. More forearms. More forearms. It's like I got a hankering. More drop kicks. Oh, I mean, he pulled off one. I only got two super chats, just so you know, sir. But thank you, Mega, for both. Do appreciate you. Tony's got a mic and she's making jokes. So here is, I'm going to put this out to everybody that can hear me right now. Tony Storm's gimmick, some felt was going stale prior. Like when she was around Mariah May. Give Mariah May the belt. Tony is, struggling. Tony's crazy gimmick works when she's in the main event picture, when she's like the champ or champ adjacent, and she's battling that way. But now that she's doing this crazy stuff with like Orange Cassidy, the crowd's not even reacting to it. They popped a little when she stood back up. But is this what it used to be? Is this a waste of TV time now? Let's go. Timeless oranges. Love it. Fucking love it. Very poor optics. Let's go. I want to see what Jose said as I'm working back up. Dream match, OC and Tony Jobber. Yo, he just cut himself off. That was weird. Did anyone catch what Excalibur just did there? Somebody will be leaving Australia and then just said, hey, Darby did a video. As Darby gets jumped by Gabe Kidd, skateboarding in the back. Yeah, I take him serious. How I feel about the optics of Swerve with his chain during this month. Moving on, sir. Mega shout out Spaz. Let's go. Out of everyone on this roster, Danny fucking Garcia kicked out after that sequence. Again, Tony Khan got to do that dance. And this has been a trend. When Tony Khan went to Garcia's wedding, he fucking, Sammy Guevara's wedding, Sammy got shoved down our throat, right? You had Sasha. Tony got to do the stupid Sasha dance. Book the fuck out of her. You got to do the fucking Danny dance. Book the fuck out of him. And if you go back, I'm not lying. They're my friends. That's what it is. It's favoritism. But it makes no sense. You're killing your company. If you're trying to convince me that Danny Garcia should be world heavyweight champion of anything, it's a tough sell. And I mean that, like, it's no disrespect to Danny himself. He's just cast in the wrong role, right? It's like Danny's been cast as the next Terminator. Just doesn't work. Freshly squeezed Storm. I kind of like the timeless orange. Might make sense. I'm predicting WWE. See, it felt like Excalibur was going to say it, and then he just stopped. So somebody's going to be leaving Australia. As here comes Mark Davis. So we're kind of in a run of like who gives a fuck matches right now here on AEW. Hope everyone out there's happy, healthy, and safe. Don't forget, hit like, share, subscribe. Be a friend, tell a friend. Don't forget, we shirt people. The merch store's down below. We got more coming your way. Get your predictions in for the Super Bowl. As Paige eats a drop kick right out of the gate. And we are off and running. Adam Page, Mark Davis. Poll is about to go up. Keep the chat coming. Keep me busy, folks. So I will do my best to keep up. Don't forget, super chat, super stickers, your way to guarantee you get clicked on. Still poor optics. Still. Again, yeah, I'm saying yes. Cowboy shit chance break out. But then you see guys like Rusev just getting shafted. That Rumble showing was more than annoying for Rusev. He went back to being treated worse than he was before he left WWE. Here, I agree in a lot of ways. And again, there are always going to be people that have short times. But again, could have Rusev's spot been given to someone else just for the sake of it, blah, blah, blah. We made a big deal about, oh shit, they got Rusev back. Nothing happened to Rusev. Oh my God, even going back. Oh shit, they got Dakota Kai and they're going to do damage control. But Dakota Kai never really panned out. Oh my God, they brought back. The list goes on, right? Like we've seen some people. Sheamus is here. What's Sheamus doing? Sheamus hasn't changed. Now we've been watching Sheamus wrestle for like 15 years. Is that the reason why? But there's been a lot of that. Aleister Black, okay, but not great. Aleister Black's not stealing the show. The Wyatt Six have returned. What happened there? And you know how much I defended the Wyatt Six in the beginning. But there are things that just, you know, again, you have role players and people come in and out, but it's a tough one. It is a tough one. And not everybody can be booked. But the question becomes, just like I asked Tony Khan, is Triple H booking the right people at the right times? Ospreay getting belted at All In. I'm okay with that, Richard. Build to it. I'm okay with that. Welcome to Nisha, AD and AZ, just in case I haven't said hello. Remind you, John Moxley is one that stepped on Ospreay's neck. Yeah, so Ospreay will come back and feud with fucking, Lance Archer. You know how we roll. Like they just showed the video package, so he better be going after him. You would hope so. But here becomes the dilemma, Paul. And again, it's AEW, so maybe it doesn't matter. As Davis just pancakes Page in the corner, squashes the chair on the outside of the ring. I do believe we are going to a commercial break. Yeah, I mean, but you just turned John Moxley babyface. So does Ospreay come back for revenge? And the crowd starts booing Ospreay because John Moxley's such a wonderful babyface. I don't think so. Do you think so? Bad shout. So know what they're going to do? They're going to act like it never happened. They did it with everybody else. Why would they do it any different here? It doesn't seem to matter. What they do, and people will say, oh, look, they got some long, like that story has been going for a long time. But it's pop-up book writing. I've said it a million times. I'll say it a million times after this. At the end of the day, it's, just because you did something in 2024 and then you revisit it in 2027, oh, look, these guys have history. That's not long-term storytelling. You never told the story. They just went their separate ways, forgot about the fact that they hate each other until it was conveniently brought back up. That's a problem. Meltzer Dynamite beat Raw in the ratings. Prove it. Prove it. All I want is proof. You give me proof. I have no reason. I do not have a dog in this fucking race, Bash. We all know Meltzer does. And we all know that there's a good chance that Meltzer is fucking skimming off the top of this whole fucking deal. But I do believe, just prove it. It's that simple. Prove it. It's the same thing that, Nick and I went through when the BJ Bethel bullshit numbers came out. Prove it. Prove it. AEW is more like flag football in ways, but I mean, it's high contact. It's flag football where all the people that just run into each other and fucking keep smashing each other up, even though it's only flag football. KJ Rant is why I'm here, and especially we can't miss MDB. MDB is the reason for this classic. Randy, good to see you. Welcome back. Thank you for being here. Whatever gets you through the door, we appreciate it. As I am in picture Davis all over Adam Page still. We're not even at the first hour yet. Does this true or false, chat? I need your help. Has it been a long first hour of the show? Ospreay is overrated? I don't think so. He might be overhyped, but not overrated. And if anyone out there is like, what the fuck did he just say? To me, it's a difference. Like, I think he's hot. Like, he is good as we think he is. And I've seen him be as good as I think he is. Where I think he might be overhyped is that he's not getting to where we think he is. So all it is about what he could do, right? So he's got to live up to the hype. Is he overrated? I don't think so. I think he's really talented. His promos need a little brushing up, but I kind of like it. Like if you go back through wrestling history, some of the most sporadic, all over the place promos were fun, good promos. Macho Man, Sid Vicious, like the fuck is he talking about? I got no idea what any of this means, but it's good. It's funny. It makes me laugh. So there's an element to that with Osprey at times. But I think Osprey is in this world the flag bearer of this company. Imagine Mike Verbal going to the booth to do yeah, right? Like fuck. It's crazy. Am I that far behind on this? Well, where are the Street Profits? Apparently just taking some time. Yeah, I don't know. G League All Stars. 42 minutes so far. Ah, right? What are we thinking? Does this feel like a slow first hour? AJ Styles will be on Stephanie McMahon's podcast tomorrow, talk about his retirement. There you go. Well, maybe we'll get more answers. Some AEW fans said Tony Storm is just as popular as Rhea Ripley. That's how lost in the sauce the sickos are. Yeah, I mean, I think I don't know if your G League comment, was directed at this MDB, but ultimately, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, fuck, what are we talking about here? AEW it is kind of like you're the best player in the minors, right? And respectfully, it's just you're in smaller venues. Rhea Ripley blows the lid off of stadiums. So it's almost not a fair comparable. Like Tony Storm, you want to compare her to Rhea Ripley? What about Io Sky? What about Becky Lynch? What about Charlotte Flair? What about Alexa Bliss? What about Liv Morgan? What about Roxanne Perez? What about Raquel Gonzalez? What about is she Gonzalez or Rodriguez now? I can't remember. What about Jade? What about that's how far down the totem pole Tony Storm could be in another world. So again, it's like you see a guy have a really good season on a really shit team, and everyone's like, "Oh, they have a bad team, but he did really good." And then you put him over with a good team, and he doesn't quite come to fruition, doesn't quite pull it off. Sometimes you stand out when you're amongst less. I love Tony Storm. People can love Tony Storm, but again, it's just a different animal. She's over, but she might be on the back end of being over right now. And yeah, I mean, lost in the sauce is a great way to put it. That echo chamber is a motherfucker. They should put both Javon and Ford together as a team. Okay. Montez gained some weight. I don't think if you're gonna break up the Street Profits, I wouldn't put Montez right back into a tag team. Hangman up. Oh, fucking reversal into Hurricane Rana. Nice spot. Kick out on the roll up. Verbal, right? How the fuck do you say a V and an R stuck together? Tony Storm at one point was as big as Rhea Ripley, Real Ripley, and that was maybe 6 months ago, a year, but not now. That was an awkward looking fucking pile driver. Like Adam Page should just not kick out. That looks so vicious. That should not get kicked out of. Whoo. Again, and saying as big as is tough, Paul, because like incomparable, Tony Storm, there was a time that Tony Storm was the absolute best performer, full package in all of AEW. She was the best doing it. Her gimmick, her in-ring, everything was just higher level than everybody. So you're right from that standpoint where she's up on that chart. But again, still think it's a bit of big fish, small pond. Double clothesline, both men rocked. And double up. The crowd's booing. This match is going long. Mark Davis is like an underbelly guy. I don't fucking know. Is anybody jazzed right now? What about me? What about Raven? Solution, welcome back. Tony Storm is probably the better in-ring wrestler than Rhea Ripley. That to me is debatable, right? Like I can see that. I could see where you make a cause for that. Both good wrestlers. I wouldn't undersell what Rhea could do. Tony can go, though. So that's a good point. Liv Morgan is better and over than Tony Storm. Liv Morgan is on another level. And I would argue that Liv Morgan's probably more over and more. Is she bigger on the grand scheme right now than Rhea Ripley? Is anyone bigger than Liv Morgan? She just won the Rumble. She had a phenomenal fucking run for like a year and a half. All the shit with Dom, all the shit with Judgment Day, having the title, having tag titles, and we get a tombstone on the platform. You know how I feel about people abusing the fucking tombstone. There's going to be the second tombstone tonight that doesn't lead to a win. Liv Morgan is better than both. Yeah, I mean, you got a point, my guy. Liv Morgan is an absolute gem. And there you go, the buckshot, the win. At least it was tombstone, buckshot, over. There you go. To get through the show. Slow fucking moving. Hey, they wrestled in the actual ring. Yeah, jeez. Fuck. Nair, you got a point. I like watching Tony Storm as much as the next guy, but let's be real, folks. Right? It's just not the same. It's just not the same. That's a fact. The SmackDown in Fort Lauderdale is like $500 for lower bowl. That's the price of VIP out of Dynamite. Again, yeah, I mean, again, that's the nature of the beast. And I think Tony could do more with his marketing. And I'm sure Tony would love to be back into bigger venues. Paige got a mic. AEW signing a lot of people while a bunch of people just sit on the bench. Yeah, and they're signing they're signing a lot of people that are going to end up in the same spot. They're going to sign a lot of people that are going to end up in the middle, and it's just going to be more lumps of gray porridge. Bland, we all are the same. We all do the same moves. We all do the same tricks. Well, I'm not a good guy. I'm not a bad guy. It's 50 shades of boring fucking gray. Bro, what do you want me to do about this fucking chat? I can't do it. Tony equals Rhea. Yeah, no. Right? What do you want from me, Paul? I'm working on it. Yeah, that pile driver looked fucking painful. Not it like, oof. Storm is like the player who switches to multiple different teams and then goes to the Super Bowl, and Rhea Ripley is like the player that went to the multiple Super Bowls. Same team. It's a great way to put it. I like it. And again, I don't want to undersell Tony Storm. I think Tony Storm's great. I really do. I'm worried now that, like I said earlier, I think that gimmick that she has works best when she's in important stuff. When you're just kind of floating around the middle with Orange Cassidy and shit, then people start feeling like, oh, this now it just feels silly, right? It wasn't just like, oh, the champion lost her mind. Now it's like, oh, he's fucking around with pockets. Hangman was teabagging on that pin. Loves it. As right now, I'm getting a video package of Kevin Knight. I guess they just signed Kevin Knight tonight, ladies and gentlemen. The new signee, Kevin Knight. I feel like this should have happened already. AEW Dynamite is going to be awesome tonight. Well, we're already rolling. Beep, beep. Who's got the keys to my Jeep? 8:50. We're not even at 9 o'clock yet. Somebody fucking shoot me. This is not fucking moving. Oh no, don't be sorry, man. It's all good. It's all sweet. It don't faze me, bro. I get it. Where's Jaw? Where's Jaw? We need Jaw. This time of need, this time of crisis. That match was that picture of unseasoned chicken and white rice. Facts. Again, it's just there's no inflection to it. It's like watching a sports game when you're not invested in either team. Anybody get that? Like, does that make sense? You watch a sporting event, whether I don't give a fuck what sport it is. It could be fucking auto racing. I don't give a shit. Whatever you're watching. But if you're not invested in anybody involved, it becomes an issue, right? I mean, it never feels the same, when you're watching your favorite team. You might get, oh, fuck, nice catch. Oh, that was a great play. But you're not invested the same way. And I feel like that's what's lacking here of like, All right, you got good, two good participants, but nobody's really rooting for either guy. So they do some stuff and they leave, and we're like, okay, right? The game ends. We're like, okay, I'm gonna go get some food. Bye. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not really going anywhere. So, folks, we are on a commercial break already. Where's Jet Speed? Well, I guess we're just getting fucking Kevin Knight packages. It's also Jersey J Cup this weekend as well. Yeah, we will not be covering the Jersey J Cup, Bradley. We do appreciate it, but we will not be doing that. We are off on Saturday. We are here for the Super Bowl on Sunday. And yeah, good luck to the Jersey J Cup. So there's a Kevin Knight and an Eli Knight. What the F? Yeah, just there's Knights everywhere. The names have gotten out of control, my guy. Paul. It's kind of like the chat. We got two Pauls. What are we going to do? Why is Kevin Knight audio so echoey? I don't work there. I don't do the production. Jersey J Cup this weekend. Yep, 2-night event, Jersey J Cup. Not a whole lot. I mean, they've started to announce some things. Not the strongest of cards. But yeah, we will not be doing the J Cup this time. Ty is like watching a football game with two backup QBs. I'd give you that. I like these highlight melts. Nice touch from production and TK. Okay. $5 from Spaz. Thank you, sir. Does it feel to anyone else like they are saying Andrade versus Kenny tonight? We mean it this time. We checked the pit. Yeah, right. They're like, trust us. It's gonna happen. The irony is if it doesn't happen, like something comes up or something, fucking Kenny trips in the shower before match. Like, oh my God. I didn't have problems with Ava C Money. Well, Vance, I did. And I'm happy. Leon Slater going to give it a night. Sorry. I mean, they're both really good. Both kind of similar trajectory, very similar styles. Kevin Knight's a talented guy. Leon's talented. Javon's talented. TJP. Like, I mean, there's a bunch of guys kind of in that ilk that all fit the mold, and they're good. They're really good. Why the hell is Mama Wayne and her kid with the drawn-on beard guy? I don't even have that. Did I miss Mama Wayne? I haven't seen Mama Wayne in a while. Eli Knight. Somebody gave me the fucking pronunciation of the coach's name. Where did it go? The chat is on absolute fire tonight. I can't thank you guys enough. Don't forget, hit those reaction buttons. They help the algorithm. Is Sheamus done? I think he kind of might be. Unless, it's one of those like one night out of nowhere, Sheamus just shows up and it goes fucking steps hard in a heel and just outright annihilates somebody and really goes at it. I don't know. Again, Vrabel, Gerbil. As here comes Grande. Not Grande. Wow, wrong company and all together. El Idolo Andrade. I will put a poll up for this one. Hit those buttons. I see those hearts popping up. We appreciate you folks. They really do tell the algorithm that you guys are having a good time. So it means the world to us. It's free. Just a little bit of finger works, pause. But wins who, says Yoda. Don't forget, we're here Sunday for the Super Bowl. Don't forget, you get your predictions in. Our prop bets are up. All types of things. All types of fun questions. Who's going to win the game? What color will the Gatorade be? How many times, how fast will Nick reference the Bills? How many times will I hit the butter button? We're going to find out. As here comes the cleaner, Kenny Omega. I'm actually a little surprised that this is not the main event. Nair, I do believe that Ricochet, the women. Oh no, this is why. Fair enough. MJF, Brody King makes sense. Part of me was like, did that happen already? I feel like we've been here forever. But yeah, that would be why. Kenny wins. Andrade's girls front row. All right, on. Let's go. Andrade, Americano. Yeah, that's kind of where I went with it. MJF versus Brody is the main event. Makes sense. I meant, where the hell is Mama Wayne? And okay, Rance, thank you. I miss Mama Wayne's got it going on, and we have not. That all just went by the wayside, and Christian decided he didn't want to wrestle anymore. Edge went on fucking off to hang out with Percy Jackson or Percy Miller or Percy whoever. Here, Percy. But yeah. So Andrade starting on the outside. Callis back over to commentary. His fucking wrestler has to go to him. The manager should be going to the wrestler. You good? You ready to go? You got this? You got this? The wrestler has to go seek out his manager. As the crowd chants F Don Callis at the top of their lungs, I like it. I'm not doing my predictions till the last minute. I always get a better score when I do that. It's good. It's good approach. First play of the game. Run. 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 The best belt machine, Kenny. My God, Omega for the win. Kenny gets all the pyro facts. Man, Triple H booked Rusev and Black worse than Tony Khan. You can't say worse, Michael. And this is why. Tony wasn't booking them at all. So anything's better than what Tony Khan was doing. How long did Rusev sit at home before he ended up in WWE? It was a year and change, right? How long? Aleister Black went like almost 400 days without a singles match. So any usage is better than Tony Khan's usage. Let's be real. But he hasn't booked him great. That's there's a low bar, Michael. I do my best work under pressure. Yeah, I've heard that. We are in the AEW void. I want to get out. It feels like AEW has effectively fucking taken the batteries out of my clock. What? Like the time is not fucking moving. Yeah, exactly. Exactly what Richard said. Confetti. Keep the chat coming. I love seeing this, folks. Confetti still falling. I don't even. Should we get confetti on a normal day? The solution: face red, smiling. Let's go. All the fucking symbols. Technically, the first play of the game is a kickoff. Touche. Chest chop starting off. Here we go. Andrade slides Kenny in the ring. Starts chatting with the crowd as he works his way back into the ring. Kenny and Andrade have had matches before. They have a history. He leaves WWE and goes AEW then. Reference. West Side Gun in the crowd. Was he? I missed that. Good. Be there. Say this Darby will get the world title before Ospreay. That's fucked. We thought Darby might get the title last year, but it didn't happen. I thought they were really going to push Darby, make a big thing of Darby coming back from Mount Everest, and they haven't. I feel like Darby's colder and quieter than you've ever been. And think about it from a guy like Darby's standpoint. You're getting paid a bank amount of money just to fucking go skateboarding, shoot videos, be a weird little emo kid, go to plays, do whatever you want, and wrestle once in a while. I mean, what a gig. What a fucking gig. And I mean that honestly. No sarcasm. Oh, we got some yums. I don't even know why. What did I say?
Yums.
Can yums sound effect can be 5 stars. Let's go. That's what we'll do now. How many yums? Was it a 5 yum match? Was it a 3 yum match? How many yums was your match tonight? Kenny pulling Andrade to his feet. Darby has been just skating in the parking lot for weeks now. Like, again. And you're signing. Oh, my God, we signed this guy. Oh, my God, we signed that guy. Do y'all run an hour-long show every fucking night? Where are we putting everybody? Kenny, nice roll through into the moonsault. Dose. Darby's been a non-title feud since July. He's been in, yeah, and it's so on again, off again. And how the fuck did he end up in the Battle League? I know, I watched it. Not literally, but how the fuck did we get to Gabe Kidd? It never really, like, I know people are going to say, well, they did. They had a coffin match. But the Moxley Darby thing was shit. And I don't know why that people, that coffin match bothers me to this day on how bad it was. Kenny, 58%, Andrade, 27. Nobody getting 15%. Andrade in control, in charge as we speak. That reminds me of that scene from Don't Be a Menace. Let me go back. Darby has been just. What is Hobbs going to do in WWE? Time will tell. I thought there was potential that Hobbs would still go to NXT. It didn't happen. We're expecting to see him on SmackDown. So we'll see. It's early. I mean, the world's his oyster, isn't it? As they roll to the outside to do a suplex. Three amigos with the third one on the floor. Screws for suckers. You punk ass. How many times will KJ hit the butter button? Let's go.
Would you like butter on that, sir?
To what Nick told me today, he's like, man, it better not be over. It better not be over 9.5 or 8.5, whatever it's set at right now. So he's not happy, but we'll see. The old school WCW ring entrance. Yeah, it's Marvello's Andrade hanging out with the Chiquitas. A little bit of caliente. Three amigos. And then three amigos. Just what? You? Who? What? Why did Ava leave going to AEW? Was it the money? No, money's not an issue. She grew up fucking loaded. I think she just ran her course. I think that she was some semi-aware of people like me who didn't like her. And again, I mean, she's loaded. Does she really need to be on TV taking the abuse? She wasn't particularly good at it. So, I mean, maybe she just wants to move on. Like, she's young. The world is her oyster, just like fucking Hobbs. So, again, I think it just ran its course. I just remember that Isa local sports talk show on early Sunday mornings, and they give away pizzas for trivia, and I always won, and the old dudes would call up all mad. Let's go. Chokes. KJ played the You Suck clip. I have a You Suck clip? What do you mean? Andrade flexing. Thinks. So you imply he's not. Dale, you saying no, that's not true? Are you defending Charlotte right now, Dale? Be honest with me. Come on now. But I guess Andrade trying to get over, moved on, feeling good. Why have one when you can have three? I guess is his motto. The world is her sushi bar. Facts. That sounds way dirtier than it should, though. Solution. Hobby Rick. If you still have the deluxe edition of WWE 2K19, the DLC is still available. Byron with a fun fact of the day. Solution. So Andrade's new gimmick is Angel Garza. Yes. Yes, let's go. Andrade is happy because he can be on the juice and still get paid now. And again, imagine this. And I know I caution everybody because I don't love doing it, but we do it all the time, and it's kind of the nature of the business. But imagine Tony Khan and company go to Andrade and say, hey, your blood work is coming back. You got some shit in your system that is against our wellness policy, which we're not even sure if AEW has one. But in this hypothetical, he says, hey, man, you're doing some drugs. It's not good. We don't want you to be on them. He says, oh, fuck that. I'm still want to do them. So he leaves and goes to the WWE. The fucking IWC and the fucking dirt sheets would run wild. WWE takes back admitted drug guy. Blah, 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 blah. But Andrade says, yeah, I'm on some gas, and allegedly, I don't want to, be sued, but I'm on some stuff. The WWE doesn't like my stuff. I'm gonna go over here and work. What? Wait, why? Right? We've seen a lot of this lately. Adam Page had to do some walking back of a picture that went public with him, and he tried to justify it, and the fans out there, the sickos, you go at him. You listen. All these people suck so much. Wait a minute. You can't be mad at Brock Lesnar and then take somebody who's done far worse, admittedly, and get caught, and then go, wait a minute. That's okay. That's okay. We like that guy, but the other guys on the other company, they can't do that. Again, we should be very careful when you pick up a stone to throw it. You better look around. The show has been good. I don't know. I'm torn on this one. I'm not that fucking into it. I think it went really slow. I think the first hour went slow. I think this match has been good. I think JCW is more interesting than AEW lately. I don't know. I'm really ready to jump on that hill. We'll have to ask Big Nick on that one, Travis. Don't forget to spike the like button. Absolutely, folks. Hit all the buttons. Don't forget our prediction title is on the line this weekend. The link is in the chat. The link is on our socials. It's in our Discord, so go check it out. Click the link and get your predictions in. And we look forward to having fun with that one this weekend. But don't forget to click those little reaction buttons. Help that algorithm out. It's like those NFL fans whose team never won a championship. Oof. But yes, Andrade's going for his father-in-law's move. That's it, right? It's okay. Can't break my heart if you can't find it. All you got to do is downgrade to the day one patch to reach online. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. It's selective outrage, and that's my favorite way to put it. Shout out to Chris Rock for that. But it's selective outrage. You pick and choose when your morals stand. And that to me doesn't fly. That to me doesn't work. You can't, if you want to hold people's feet to the fire, if you want to nitpick and criticize something, then you got to do it in all directions. And again, it's like, the old saying, right? You point a finger, you got three pointing back at you. And that's kind of, trying to make sense of, what do you really feel? Other than saying what someone else said, how do you really feel? What do you authentically think about something? Anyone out there fucking got an original thought? Anybody out there want to challenge themselves to, break away from the herd a little bit? And that's the frustrating part. It's just the echo chamber that we have to deal with, especially in the place like the IWC. And again, it's all self-serving. I get it. There's some fucking shady people involved. But you can't be mad at the other company's shady people and then book shady people. You gotta be clear of it, right? Again, if you're gonna do things, you can't, and you gotta try and hold that consistency. It's something that we've always tried to do here. As we have a one-wing angel into a power bomb. Nice reversal by Andrade, grabbing Kenny by the head, sets up the double hook. And we get a kick out of Andrade's finisher. The first hour was mad. I felt the first hour, whether bad or good, guys, I just felt like the first hour took forever. That's just me. Maybe it's because I'm solo tonight, so the minutes stretch a little, but usually when I'm solo, it goes faster. This has just been a long process tonight. Oh, you got that one. Don't forget, click the reaction buttons. Kenny is on fire. Okay, this match is fun, though. This is probably the match of the night so far, for obvious reasons. I don't dislike it. The fans are saying this is awesome. Back and forth, good. Majority of the match in the ring. Kenny's selling right now. I mean, I'll take Kenny and Andrade against anybody over opening the show with a Moxley match. Another two. Andrade has no originality. I mean, he does and doesn't. I mean, I like Andrade a lot. I think he's a high flyer. I think he was probably as we all are, but he used to be much smaller, younger. He flew a lot more. His old clips, man, his highlight reels are fucking insane. But I mean, he doesn't do Tranquilo anymore. That was used to be fun. But there is some stuff to Andrade. But again, Andrade's been trying to make the same kind of vibe, right? The gangster vibe that he kind of, the masked boss. Maybe we got to try something new for you, Brady. Because now we're getting chops and forearms. Best match so far. I'm with you. Andrade actually taking a moment to catch his breath. I don't even mind that. Big chop from Kenny. I like it. Like, this is two guys selling. Just mentally rewind back to John Moxley earlier tonight doing the same spot with Takeshita. Looks terrible. No one's selling. They look physically stiff. Right? It looks like two fucking stick men swinging at each other. Big kick as Andrade catches Kenny. Kenny returning the favor. I praised him from selling. Now he's firing up. Don Callis on commentary, driving me up the fucking wall. Was no big deal, KJ. Yeah, it fucking sucks. Back elbow. Andrade still has the best back elbow in the business. That spinning back fist, spinning back elbow. Oh, we got the fucking screwdriver. I instantly want to turn it off when I get the fucking screwdriver. I am so sick of the fucking screwdriver. 2 years of the fucking screwdriver. Driver. Oh, shit. My bad. Who's coming out? Oh, Swerve getting involved. Now, Swerve's got the screwdriver. Aubrey distracted. Low blow. Great finisher. Ole. That's good. That was good. The screwdriver's stupid, but that was good. They did the right thing. Andrade beats Kenny Omega. And to have good matches, good wrestlers have to lose matches. I know the critics are going to pick apart some of that stuff. Don Callis is shit. And actually, Don Callis' involvement actually hurt it. I'd rather him grab the bell, a chair. The screwdriver's outplayed. It's fucking dumb. You're not puncturing your opponent. It's stupid. It is stupid. Fundamentally stupid. Is that Wardlow? Swerve, Andrade exchanging words. Andrade, Swerve, run it back. If TK hired Patrick Clark, would they call him out? That's the question, right? And it's not just him. There's a couple other names, and there are a couple in the building. There may be one or two on the screen right now. Right? I mean, again, pick your poison. As Kenny is not happy with Swerve. Max Crosby gonna be a Patriot. How you feel about that? I don't feel about that. So Swerve and Kenny exchanging. Reasons this should have been the main event is because they're fighting to see who's getting a shot at the title. So why not make it clear who the champ will be by having it happen before? That's a valid shout. Open the show with MJF and Brody because we don't expect it to be a title change. And then you main event with this one. But here's the thing. So Andrade becomes the number one contender? Right? Is that what's happening? Because that gets messy, right? Hammerlock DDT used to be his finisher. Yeah, he's always going to use the hammerlock. Instead, now he's got the double hook, but he still uses the sweep of the leg, so it's cool. This match was sponsored by Mane and Tail. 9:15. So we're finally moving into the second hour. Holy shit. I thought the match was good. I like the finish. I hate Don Callis. I don't like the screwdriver. I think the screwdriver instantly makes it feel like LARPing. So, shout out Lady B, LARPing. The assholes have fake weapons. Are we getting Kenny Swerve? It might be getting Kenny Swerve. So we are getting a package on Brody King. So there we go. We're selling us on Brody King. Now you do a hype package. Brody comes out tonight, loses, and then he goes nowhere. You see the dilemma, right? So if you're going to do a really cool package for Brody, I'd love to see them do more with Brody. I think Brody's excellent. I really do think he's a talented guy. Bum, 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 bum. Imagine Andrade beats Kenny only to lose to Hangman. Yeah, right. I mean, again, if they're all taking turns beating each other, maybe there's something there that could work, Misfit. But again, you build up Andrade. Oh shit, he beat Kenny, and then to turn around and lose to anybody hurts. What was the point of beating Kenny? And that's my argument. And I've said it multiple times tonight. When you do that kind of booking, that's that Vince McMahon 50-50 booking, and everyone just becomes bland and in the middle. It's porridge. It is not exciting. Everybody feels the same. There's no tiering. There's no hierarchy. There's no, these guys are up here on the chart. And, that's why they kind of, they're the main event guys. They're beating everyone up. We're the upper middle. We're the lower middle. We're the jobbers. There's none of that. Everyone's just shoved into the same pile. So at times, your main event guys feel like jobbers. Sometimes your jobbers do feel a little main eventish because they're in there, but then they go away. The middle guys just feel not, ambiguous and just floating around without purpose. That's what I see. And again, I said it at the top of this show tonight. You have an opportunity as Tony Khan to really take advantage of a lot of people vocalizing issues with AEW, with WWE programming. And it's a lot about their creative. So if you're Tony Khan, you got to find a way to give us good creative. Add it. You say this is where the best wrestle. I would argue that some days, but you're having good matches. You just need good creative to go with it. Sensible creative, linear creative with a goal in mind, not aimless wandering. So they had two baby faces lose to Andrade so he can eat the pin against Hangman, right? And even then, if it's Andrade that's going to take on MJF, well, how does that make sense? You got one of the new signees, a former WWE guy in the Callis family, going to take on heel MJF? Is MJF a heel right now? I don't fucking know. Andrade glazing of AEW is super effective. Where's Taz? Taz is taking the night off. Screwdriver is whack. It really is. It's so fucking childish. And anyone out there, again, this is where I get mad. To me, that is where I feel like Tony Khan and guys like Dave Meltzer are treating the AEW fans like they're stupid, like they're morons, like they're childish. To me, that's one of the glaring examples of you could do just the exact same finish you did. Just do it with something other than a fucking screwdriver, and it works. But you're married to this screwdriver. I mean, fuck. Just because it's wedged in fucking Callis's ass half the night doesn't mean we got to pull it out mid-show. I don't get it. Oh, that's always the worst. I thought I had more, bro. Thought I had more. Fuck, have you seen my shit, bro? I like Swerve better than when he was. I like to Swerve better when he swerved when he drove. We'll mix that up a little, Guardian. I agree. Listen, I'm a big fan of Swerve Strickland. I think Swerve is a talented guy, a talented young man. He brings a lot to the table. He's up there with Osprey for me as far as wanting to build the company around. Like, who are these guys that are going to kind of lead the way, take us back to the next level where we used to be? Sell us more tickets. Swerve Strickland's one of those guys. But they remixed they basically Def Rebelled his entrance, and it was him. He did it to himself. Statlander in the back with Renee. Brody can't talk though, KJ. He just barks. Give him a heater, or just make him man a few words. I do find it funny, and I've heard a lot of people this week talk about Brody's voice doesn't quite fit. Like, he looks like Brody King, but sounds like Cody Rhodes. It's a bit of a struggle, right? It's kind of, I mean, again, probably a big, old, nice guy. Probably cool to hang around with. But when he gets in that ring, he should be a man of little words, and he should growl. He does that. You could probably just dial that back a little. Tony Schiavone, wink if you are in danger. Oh, the only danger he has of his fucking hairpiece getting up and running through the fucking crowd. You have to fucking beat it back down to death and staple it on his fucking head. Brody needs to leave AEW. Again, some people are going to argue, how could you say that? He's fighting the champ. What is going to be very important for me is, okay, he loses to MJF. I can tolerate that. But then what? You just did this whole big fucking package about how amazing he is, but you just hype him up so he can, so it makes, is it your way of making the champ look better when he beats him? Spaz with another $5. Thank you, sir. Yeah, everyone hated it, but this is bigger writing, isn't it? Someone said that earlier. Yeah, everybody hated it, but they're talking about it. Was a crap line of thinking to when Cena failed hard. So why all of a sudden AEW thinks to it as well? As here comes the babes of wrath. I feel so hard. I'm not quite, I might have missed something here, Spaz, but let me know. Thank you so much for the super chat. And again, I think we're just going back to that comparable point, right? He called the shit poop. Damn kids.
Shit!
And ladies and gentlemen,
Yum yums.
our one women's match of the week. Here we go again. This they might say Babes of Wrath, but it might be something else of Wrath. You guys can figure it out. Also starts with a B. Statlander looking too much like Megan Bayne. That's interesting. But we are definitely getting a Yamazon showdown across the board here tonight. MDB, man. Great minds, buddy. Great minds. I'm happy that Penelope is back. She's been back for a minute. So, again, she hurt her shoulder. I'm glad it was minor. I was glad she was able to get back quick, like Kyle said. And again, I think she's underrated. To me, it was like Bunny. Like I felt like Bunny was underrated. Bunny was a really good wrestler. Bunny does a lot of work in wrestling schools. And I think those are ladies, Penelope, in the early days especially, where I think they needed some more women's wrestling matches. They built, everything was kind of built on the fact that Britt Baker and Thunder Rosa made each other bleed and had a really cool street fight to get to the good wrestling. But we are often running in a weird start to this one as far as I'm not quite sure what that spot was. But Harley knocked off the apron. We get a tag to Penelope and Bane double teaming Willow Nightingale, folks. We are rocking and rolling. I see 97 people with me right now. We were up over 100. Let's go get your friends. Bring them back. Let's go. We're going to talk about all the wrestling. Any word on Camille? None. Zero. Silch. This could be because she doesn't want to come back and she has a contract that she's obligated to stay around for the duration. We know before if Tony catches wind that you're intending on going to the Fed, they does not want to let you go. Something did not go right with Camille. And I know, originally, she's just making a movie. What movie is she making now? What are we doing? I know she made a movie, but what is Camille up to now? I believe Camille wants out. I believe they botched her completely. I believe there was some potential there. And the sad part is she chose AEW over NXT as an option. And now that offer might not be on the table anymore. Like people in WWE would hear Cena getting booed and say, hey, he has people talking. It was BS. And now AEW treats the whole show that way. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. That's a good point. KJ is the GOAT. Dude, I mean, you guys are amazing. I love reading the comments. It's highly entertaining to me. I don't even pre-read them. I'm just like, oh, that's what you said. That's how you guys end up with silly shit on the screen sometimes. But no, I appreciate it. We really do click on more chat messages than anybody out there. You can do the comparable. You can run the test. You can go watch other channels and come back. But we love the fans. This channel was built on the fans. Nick was in the chat once upon a time. That's how we've grown this. Big shout out to everybody that makes this chat. You guys are the show. We are simply watching wrestling and having shit chat. You guys guide us on many nights. You take us down the path. So I appreciate it. And again, without you guys, I know it sounds so cliche, but it's true. You guys guide the ship. A lot of nights you navigate us through, or we're sitting here and we don't even not sure what to say, and you guys keep us full of things to either banter about, laugh about, joke about, and we got nothing but love. But we are about to go to commercial break, and Bane and Penelope are in control. Like, Penelope gets selling. Like, Penelope understands, like, how to play the heel, the hand gestures, the attitude, how to look good while doing it. Thoughts on Hangman Page and Andrade? If they let Page beat Andrade, they fucked up. And I think what they're going to do, and I could be wrong, but what I think they might do is have Swerve be the reason that Andrade loses. Or does Swerve come out to help Page, or to get revenge on Andrade and fuck Page? Are we heading towards a four-way? Right? Or is it, we're just going to get a fucking dusty ending to all of it that bleeds into a four-way? Is that possible? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Why the fuck is Thekla getting a rematch just to lose again? Who the F books this? I love that I said the first F and not the second one. I don't know why. Really, what are we doing? Rants, make it make sense. And again, Thekla's getting herself over. I like Thekla. Um, I think she's talented. I like the way she cuts a promo. Her with the Twisted Sisters behind her works. I think it's all good. Like, I mean, again, all she has to do is come out and look like a badass. You have Blue and Julia, you know, red rum, and everything works. It's a good look, good vibe. The fans love her. The fucking, you know, the simps out there are just fucking drooling. It works. It's good. But then if she loses to Stat, which she did, then now what? And then if they run it back and she loses, now what? So I would like to see her beat Stat. Stat's a good talent. Stat's a talented young lady. She's strong. She's powerful. She is as bland as it gets as a fucking champion, though. There is no fucking glitz and glamour with this girl. You can tell me she's from space. You can tell me she's from fucking wherever. It don't matter. As good as Stat is as an athlete, I think she's not good as a personality. Like, people talk about, oh, I can't believe Bird Lady. I mean, what's the difference? Statlander's right there. Like, oh, she'll do well when you book her, but don't give her a microphone. Yeah, I mean, Thekla has a vibe. Thekla has a charisma that fucking flows, that functions. Why are we not taking advantage of that? Got that one. No one ever said they wanted a Megan Bain versus Mae Young match. This fact. All right, you win. Looks like Stat is missing Grand Slam if she's defending next week. Yeah, well, I mean, missing is, yeah, like, as far as not, she could be on the show. Tony will fly her all the way to Australia to do a segment, wouldn't he? Mox versus Takeshita rematch is official. Richard, in all the power that I have in me, with all the sincerity that I have, I truly do not give a fuck about Moxley Takeshita rematch. I don't. I know what the match is going to look like. I can tell you the ins and outs. I can tell you what Moxley's going to do, how it's going to look, and I guarantee we're going to get 50 plus fucking forearms. Takeshita should be fighting someone better. Moxley is the worst wrestler in the business, and Takeshita deserves better. I've seen Takeshita wrestle elsewhere. I've seen Takeshita go to MLP and look like a fucking stud. I've seen Takeshita on AEW, like, these stop the punches. As Harley firing up, Megan's down. They probably shouldn't zoom in on those horrible fucking punches. But again, Takeshita to me is a world-class athlete that has to fight my drunken uncle, and my drunken uncle's a pain in the fucking ass, and I don't care. I really don't. KG, I don't like fucking Mox. I don't like him. I think he is the shits, and because he's so fucking arrogant and egotistical, I can't. I can't do it. He's an idiot. Chris versus Thekla next week on Dynamite. Should be good. Go Thekla. Bold Twitter fingers. Let's go. He does super fast. Earl. Hi, Earl. What's up? Good evening, all. Shout out, Earl. How you doing, buddy? I do be typing fast. That's why they come in all fucked up sometimes. I actually like Penelope and Bane better than Bane and Marina. Me too. They fit. They work. You got the little mouthpiece. You got the big body. There's no reason. And I mean, let them win here. I'd be happy if they won here. Who made a movie? This chat is amazing. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Mox is KJ's green eggs and hams. I do not like them, Sam. I am. Do not like them over here. I do not like them anywhere. I don't like John Moxley. I can't. I can't do it. Just seeing him to start the show tonight put me in a bad mood. Sorry. Say this. Liv Morgan is better than those 4 women. Bro, we got to expand your horizons. We got to open your mind. 316. We got to help you out, buddy. Liv is good. But all 4 of these women are varying degrees of wonderful. It's true. Bum, 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 bum. What pronounce what? You say panache? What is that even referencing? Panache. Tomato, fuck it. Stat had FTR hype. Man, remember that? We've seen a lot of people go through that, Travis, right? Stat, people were behind her. People wanted her to win. People wanted her to have her chance. And then it comes up to the booking to elevate and to amplify. And I don't feel like she has amplified. I don't feel like she is bigger than she was. I don't feel her great as a champion. As we get a doomsday device, almost feels sacrilege, but they get the 3. This Megan Bain and Penelope Ford won for nothing. Now they get a title shot at Grand Slam. So not for nothing. So we beat you on Wednesday. We got to go back and beat you on the fucking weekend. That is crazy. I was pumped for a second. Oh, fuck, they changed the titles. Not realizing, no. But I would do the title change at Grand Slam, guys. Stat needs a voice. You're 100% right. She, again, not the best. And again, it doesn't mean forget about her. You just got to work with her, develop her, practice. She should be working on that on her own time as well. The problem is AEW hired a bunch of indie darlings and tried to make them stars, and they're not. So that's that. That is a big part of this, right? Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks. We saw what they did with the, Cody Rhodes, the indie guys out there that were doing their thing, got together. And again, we can't deny the first All In. It was big. It was a surprise. Holy shit! They actually filled the building. That's crazy. 10,000 tickets gone. That was the start. I mean, but again, the idea that they would just instantly, and I feel like they came into it, Paul, arrogant. And I think if they would have walked into the wrestling world a little more humble, it might have gone over a little better for them in the beginning. And they were hot in the beginning. Like I said, I started this channel because, I thought they were cooking, but over time it fades. And the idea that, Kenny Omega and the Bucks and all these guys that were kind of relatively unknown outside of the IWC kind of following them tightly, would just translate to TV and be like superstars. That they'd be like, they were just going to take over. People would be walking around going like, do you remember that WWE company that used to be here? And that changed. As I got Ciampa with his new title, cutting a promo, and it's a good promo. It's good Ciampa. I like it. But yeah, I mean, that became the problem is that, their indie fame didn't translate to the big leagues the way they were hoping. Like you said. Who's booking this garbage? Wait, TK, you're doing okay tonight, though. I mean, not completely lost. I got some issues, Mr. Snowman, but it's not all bad. How'd I do? I don't even know what you're talking about. How did I do? Mox, KG, got that one. Grand Slam Australia looks like a decent card. It should be. It's a special show. Anybody got the answers to the questions? So again, they keep hyping it. Is it on at, I guess, 8 o'clock on Saturday next week? This match is some fun spots. Yeah, I liked everyone involved, and I'm happy Megan Bain got the win and Penelope Ford got the win. I hate the fact that they just beat the champs clean, no kerfuffle, no devious approach. They just beat them, and now we're gonna run it back at Grand Slam. What do you do? So if we run it back at Grand Slam, the champs beat them. Are we 1-1, and we should run it back again? Or, sorry, better luck next time. You tried. So we got Jungle Boy. Up next, we're getting Jungle Boy and Ricochet, who've had a bit of a back and forth over the last couple of weeks. I did see Ricochet making news this week of, or today, actually, or in an interview saying WWE destroys your legacy. And again, I think he falls into the category of loves to troll, but I do think he believes some of the shit he says. And again, I kind of compare, like, he's doing well, but he thinks he's doing well because he won the national championship, which we rarely see. But ultimately, the WWE never did anything wrong for Ricochet. Ricochet really struggling with the fact that he had a ceiling and that he had pretty much hit it. To me, that's not the WWE's fault. It's not even Ricochet's fault. And him moving on, he's got to let it go. Of like, he seems to have these pent up hurt feelings, like an old fucking bitter ex. Just move on, bro. You got a belt here. You're doing your thing. If you're that good about it and you feel that good about it, just let it the fuck go. Um, Destroying legacies. I mean, again, you've brought in guys that have done really fucking horrible work, including Ricochet at times. Like the guy running around with toilet paper talking about his legacy and shit. I mean, look what's happened at FTR. Oh, we're gonna sign whatever company that just helps with our legacy. Oh, you mean the company that books you 3 times a year? That's good. Okay, here we go. I mean, as long as you're trying, Tony. As long as you're trying. But I mean, can we work some shit out?
Shit!
Love cake. Would you call me? Grand Yams, let's go. Jesus, I love this. Sylvie is what he called his belt. Okay. Ciampa got the satellite dishes on the sides of his head. Bainford win the Eliminator match here and get the title shot at Grand Slam. So if Brody wins, does he get a... Yes. If so, why are Andrade and Paige having to face each other for a shot at Grand Slam? No, something's lost here. Because I'm pretty sure if Brody beats MJF tonight, it is a shot for Grand Slam. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think I am. And then when are Paige and Andrade fighting? Are they fighting next week? So So then what does that tell you about the match coming up tonight? Yeah, that is your dick you're sitting on. Your own, not you, them. So MJF told Brody he needs to beat someone before he can challenge for the belt. And Brody said, I'll beat you again. So fucking dumb, right? No, you can't fight me. You are not good enough. It's not just about, like when Ric Flair said to beat the man, to be the man, you got to beat the man. He wasn't just talking about Ric Flair, the champion. He was talking about Ric fucking Flair. Like if you want to be the man, you got to beat me. With or without this fucking title, you got to beat me. I am the man, right? So MJF going like, you're not good enough for a title shot, but you can still fight me. That's not the right answer. MJF should outright, no, I'm not fighting you in a fucking eliminator. You go beat fucking someone else up. Go fucking powerbomb Danny Garcia 17 times. See if you can pin him. Lazy booking. What's set for an open challenge? Was this an open challenge? It shouldn't be an open challenge because these guys have been beefing, haven't they? Scorpio Sky randomly appears. 3-way match. LOL. What the fuck? Alrighty. Bunghole Joy for the W. Big W. Big W. Samoa Joe, AEW or WWE. Well, he's currently with AEW, not going anywhere. I do think he's out there doing Twisted Metal season 3, 4. Three. Samoa Joe. So yeah. I mean, I love Joe. I mean, I don't care where he wrestles. I'll watch Joe no matter what company he's wrestling for. But right now, I do have Ricochet, Jack Perry battling back and forth. Crazy shit. Parking lot brawl, the Italian restaurant valets versus the nightclub valets. Let's go. The national belt has no prestige. None. And realistically, I know Billy Corgan talked it out with Tony, and everything was fine. Yeah, because he probably threw some fucking money at him. But the national title hasn't meant shit. Okay. And we're backing off. Okay. Big forearms from Jungle Boy. For Ricochet to hit the ceiling at that height isn't easy. Facts. I mean, I never said the man didn't have ups. He has all the ups, Jose. He be bouncy. As Jack Perry sides out, but caught by Ricochet, which I don't know why you would attack another man with your legs wide open like that. But Ricochet dropping Jack Perry onto the table. And I love that the commentary had already moved out of the way. They didn't react like, oh, fuck, he's coming. They were already split. As we go to picture in picture, Ricochet in the same place he was in WWE, 100%. And that's where it gets tricky with Ricochet. But I think Ricochet falls in the category of one of the wrestlers in the back of AEW that their ego gets them in trouble. I think their attitude gets them in trouble. I think they lack confidence. I really do feel like they lack confidence in themselves. So they project all this shit. And I think in a lot of the cases, I mean, again, just go out there and work, prove it. There's so much talk from AEW and some of the wrestlers like Ricochet. If you're going to go out there and make comments about a Javon Evans, well, then you better fucking be doing something on your end. But you talk a lot, you got to back it up. And winning the national title did nothing for anybody, including Ricochet. He was no better off, not booked better, not booked more. It is what it is. Again, it's flat. It's porridge. It's porridge. We are in picture if anyone out there is wondering. Ricochet is a lower mid-card champ with recycled heavies. Facts. Ricochet will never be as good as Puma. Puma cooked. He peaked as Puma. You guys can go tell him that online. Hashtag WFU. Ricochet peaked as Puma. KJ, imagine after Penelope Bane versus Willow and Harley match the Inspiration show up in AEW. Yeah, let's go. That makes a lot of sense. Australia, Grand Slam, that's a good, nice fit. Again, the fear becomes they sign and it becomes nothing, but that would be a great twist. And you have a chance to do something kind of cool. I think you called me Love Cake again. Hashtag I'm more into the screen. R. What? Peaky Puma. Sounds so silly. The suits Tony be wearing is cringe. Now we're gang banging on the man's fashion. Looks like his mom dressed him. Wouldn't it be funny if Adam Cole is the next GM? I'd be cool. I'd be okay with that. Adam can talk. Smojo with legs wide open. I'm gonna take this move. What are we doing? Like, in what world? Like, not many men are willing to lunge at another man wide legged. And we can pause on all of that. We can fucking move past it, but what are we doing? And again, commentary, I know they're fucking horrible, but when they move apart prior to the fucking move, you're fucking, again, it feels like LARPing. Lady B, I'm stealing it. If she's out there and she can hear me, I'm jacking that shit because it's LARPing. When you're all literally in community theater, it feels like LARPing. Oh, shit. Jack Perry skinning the cat, saying, look, I want to be in the Rumble. Jack Perry up and over. Who is styling Shivani? Him with his highlighter shoes lately. Last week, highlighter green. This week, baby blue. Shivani holding on to that youth. Oh, just holding on. Hangman Adam Page versus Andrade, number one contender. Winner faces MJF at Revolution. On the ball, Damien, the leader of the Hopium tribe. We appreciate you. I'm sorry, but I enjoy Jay. Well, you don't have to be sorry, Care. That's completely allowed. And again, I haven't ventured. I've dabbled with some clips. Oh, and life being what it is, as we are getting, rolls him into, scoops him up into a DVD. Nice match, nice moves. Again, I don't know what. It's just not hidden for me. But the fact checker out there, we do appreciate you. Yeah, if you like JCW, you can like whatever you want. I mean, there's phases. There was a time where I thought JCW was cooking, kind of more at a better level than most, especially during the pandemic because they did things differently, as you could imagine. Oh, shit. In like a Samoan drop F5 kind of fucking hybrid. Yeah, I mean, again, you think all the money of fucking Tony Khan's giving him. What is he doing with his paychecks? Like, if I was Tony Schiavone's boss and he came walking through the door like that for TV, excuse me, Tony, can you go get changed and look more fucking professional? Can you kind of play the role like the old expert in wrestling? We're kind of going to sell you as that. Can you try that? As this match has come to a pause, Ricochet gets the belt, slides it in the ring. Like, again, you just made your ref look like a complete fucking idiot. That is so pathetically done. But all for naught as Jack Perry blocks it, flies through, backflip off the turnbuckle. Nice. Into a suplex, reversal, ducks under, eats a super kick. Yo, Jack Perry just did something I rarely ever see. Poison Rana with a spike. This is fun. Great dive. Jack Perry ran into the ropes chest first. Did I see that correctly? Or is he just so thin that his front and back looks the same? But I felt like he ran into the ropes chest first and then turned around and got hit with a clothesline, which nobody does. Jose, I love hood movies as a white kid from the city. Yeah, they had good times. My bad. Brody will get a shot at Revolution and Page or Andrade at Grand Slam, so potentially. So, but now that we cleared it up, fine. But again, as fans that are always watching, we're here. We see it. It shouldn't be that hard to decipher. And again, what does it tell you? Like Brody's going to get an eliminator match tonight, and if he wins, he'll be number one contender. But then you're also naming another number one contender at the same time for a different show. It's just a little messy for me. It becomes very convoluted, a little watered down. You saturate your champion. Depending on how long this match goes, MJF and Brody ain't getting much time. We got 10-2. This show will probably go to at least 10 after. I'm more into Scream trailer than this match. I got it. I deleted it. Damn it. Got you. I mean, I can see why. Pause. I just want to say thank you to everybody out there. This fucking chat has been outstanding tonight. Funny, awesome. I'm glad. I hope I can keep you guys entertained on the solo nights. But yeah, I mean, again, you guys have been nothing but exceptional. If I missed your comment, I do apologize. Never forget that we have super chat, super stickers. But doing our best to keep up with everything, and nothing but the utmost of thank yous to everybody out there. But yeah, chat's still going. Excalibur Girl called holograph last week. I did hear about that. That's jokes. As the Young Bucks are here. Babyface Bucks. Another tag team that just spent 2 years being assholes and then woke up one day and said, we're good. Rhythmic gymnastics. As Ricochet throws Perry into the belt. Vertigo. Facts. What has Jack ever won with a submission? Well, I mean, he used to do that crossface for a while, the fucking snare, the snare trap. But it's been a minute. But Ricochet gets the win. The Young Bucks coming out to help Jack Perry for nothing. They helped, but it meant nothing. It was a weird way to do it. But yeah, Ricochet gets the W. The Bucks rip off Jacob Fatu. Belt spot. Called it. Flat finish. And he's just walking around now. Ronin. AEW always going to go into an overrun when they don't need to. They do too much at once, and in my opinion, it makes me not care anymore. 100%. Again, you want something like an overrun to be like a cool thing, like, oh fuck, they're still going. But when you're pretty much doing it every single week, then it becomes your program is officially 2 hours and 15 minutes, right? You're just lying to us now. It's a 2-hour show with a 10 to 15 minute overrun almost every single week. As we go to the back with Gabe Kidd, again, so our main event world title match won't be going even ding. Will we get the ding ding before the end of the show? Eliminator match, sorry. Not to oversell it. What is fucking happening here? So now we're dragging Darby. I don't care. I don't fucking care. I don't care. Like, what are we doing? Hi, I'm Gabe Kidd. Welcome to Jackass. What are we doing? Yeah, like, are you fucking... Do you not own a fucking clock? And again, to me, this shit with dragging Darby just so Darby can do a cool fucking stunt, it doesn't excite me. I'm sorry if you're out there right now and you're like, oh my God, it's so cool. They're dragging Darby. It's not cool. Darby wants this to happen. This adds nothing, and you're doing it at... Why did we not do this at 9 o'clock or at 8:45 when that first hour was just fucking dragging balls across all of the fucking hour? And commentary fucking sucks. It fucking sucks. It's so bad. If anyone listening to me right now was this bad at their job, you'd be getting a pink slip tomorrow. So up next, we are going to get the match in its entirety. So we are going to commercial at 9:55. Where are all the people who love shitting on the over-commercialized WWE? And you're right. WWE gives us too many fucking commercials in the wrong spots. But again, are we just being assholes and hypocrites when we can't admit that we're going to commercial at 9:55? The main event hasn't even come out. It's not an overrun if you're doing shit late. It's not cool if you start your main event of your pre-show with 3 minutes left in your pre-show and then go, oh my God, they're still fighting during the pyro. So cool. No, you fucked up your show. You didn't organize yourself. You're bad at your job. You're not fucking doing anything you're supposed to be doing. What are you thinking? Why would this be the good idea? Now, if you start a match with 15 minutes to go in the show, and then the pay-per-view is about to start, or the overrun's about to start, and then the announcers, the commentary, take their heads out of each other's asses, and they go, oh my God, let's go. We're still going. We're going to stay with it. That's excitement. That makes sense. That works, doesn't it? Doesn't that sound so much better? What does it even matter? It matters. It matters to the consumer. It matters to the people watching. Because now you're not doing an overrun. You're doing a 2 hour and 15-minute show. And the fact that you wanted to do that Gabe Kidd shit, it's terrible. It is so fucking bad. And if you're out there right now filling your tube sock over fucking Darby Allin being dragged down the desert, how the fuck did he get there? And again, there's a limit. If you're going to go that route, then you better have some type of fucking story that makes sense. Because now you're treating this like an episode of fucking NYPD Blue or a fucking episode of whatever fucking relevant cop show, because that one's like 25 years old. But again, the point is, this isn't just like, you're not selling us on a comic book show. You're not selling us on, the Equalizer. You're not selling us on, some action adventure fiction. This is supposed to be the best wrestle, and this is where the real pro wrestling is. None of this qualifies. None of it fits. Dragging Darby through the fucking desert just tells me the guy that made this thinks I'm a fucking moron. I'm sorry. And the people out there that are all, oh my God, they got Darby in a bag. Darby loves being in the bag. Darby loves being in the bag. It's not a fucking punishment. He's a fucking masochist. He's not upset. He's not hurt. He's fucking, woo, let's go. Every week, same old thing. We don't need overruns. There wasn't enough good shit in this show to justify a fucking overrun. That's my issue. If this show was jam-packed, and again, if the main event started 10 minutes ago, and oh shit, we're out of time, but we're going to stay with it, you got me. But I got Justin Roberts announcing people to the ring at 9:59 p.m. Eastern Time. Pardon me? If this was a different time, that match doesn't make the show, or another match gets dropped to make it fit. It's not an overrun when you just keep the fucking show going every week. It's not. The whole first hour was unnecessary. You couldn't have squeezed in Darby being dragged by Gabe Kidd. I know they had a segment earlier, but I don't care. I'm so over it. Darby is just getting hurt for nothing. For nothing. Like, what are we doing? If you're going to beat the shit out of this kid, if you're going to shorten this kid's life for the sake of some fucking money and the sake of him saying I was on TV, then at least make it worth it. At least, and I know I sound so heartless about that, but at least make it mean something. These segments, we put them in a bag, we set the bag on fire, and we put them in the bag, we drive, we drag it down the road, and we'll come back, we'll show up next week. There'll be no suspension, there'll be no conversation, there'll be no higher up that says, oh, that can't happen. So you just told me, again, LARPing. It is fucking LARPing. Yeah, 9, 10, depending on what, top of the hour, wherever you are, is when we're getting the start of this fucking show. What's in that bag? What you got in that bag? Let's go. My business. Gotta get those channel changes, these channel charges these days, right? 10 pounds of BS in a 5-pound bag. Facts. Again, I feel like it, and people hate when I say this, and I've been told that they don't like it, but Tony Khan treats the fans like they're fucking stupid. He fucking, it's remedial. And maybe it's because he's stunted at 16 years old. And a 16-year-old Tony Khan loves things like Darby being dragged down an empty road by himself. One man in a bag. What the fuck are we doing? Right? Again, so Brody Lee is going to get an eliminator match, and he's probably going to lose it, right? Oh, I should put a poll up. I don't even know if I took the last poll down. I'm going to have to put fucking people on poll duty. Pause. Wins. Again, this show wasn't terrible, but I think Tony Khan has a chance to really fucking make these shows super good and dial them in, and then really say, You know what? The WWE might be filling bigger buildings. The WWE might be on Netflix. They might be going all over the world, but we are the better show. And they can't fucking do that. And I know some out there, oh, but it is. But it isn't. And again, just because WWE sucks doesn't mean you should get away with being mediocre, if that's your opinion. Oh, one of the best. I wish that man wouldn't have wish he would have just stayed the course and said, fuck Hollywood. Grascals versus Young Bucks or D. Or D. I guarantee that they overrun because more people tune into the next show. Oh, 100%. It's trying to manufacture numbers. I think what they missed out on was the fact of like it actually ends up hurting their number long term on the average. But that's what it was. It was a ploy to bleed into people tuning in when they see on the at 10:02 the two men are about to lock up, and here comes Hangman Adam Page. And MJF is distracted by Page, and Brody doesn't even fucking matter. I thought the show ended at 10. What happened? Tony doesn't have a fucking watch. Why introductions? This is an eliminator match. Well, fuck, why not? Why not just milk this show right into fucking, tomorrow morning? Truly tired of this shit. It's fucking annoying. And again, when you have the opinion of like, what the fuck is this? Oh, you don't get it. You don't get it, bro. You're not cool. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Okay, then that happens. Brody King beat MJF in 3 minutes. This is fucking asinine. This is fucking asinine. And the crowd's going wild. Give him the belt. You run it back at Grand Slam. You run it back and just to beat him again. Come on, come on, come on. Imagine laying down on the ground right now was Punk or Cody or that just got fucking swallowed. As Andrade's back. Let's go. Just fucking all the shit. So Brody beats the world champion in minutes. And then Andrade fucking lays Brody out with one fucking smack. And then Andrade hits MJF. Tell me your champion's dickless without telling me your champion's dickless. As the buckshot, Andrade's down again. Fucking nonsense. KJ's Rascals versus Gates of Agony or Young Bucks determined Saturday with a wild card. So we're just everybody's having wild cards and eliminations and all this shit. Hangman back out to the apron. If I'm there, I'm pissed. Buckshot, balls. Punted. Brody's back. Brody's back, and we're oh my God. A terrifying DDT. Pile driver. Brody standing tall. So help me understand. Is MJF worried about Brody King? Or are we having a fatal four-way at Grand Slam? We're not. We're not. So why the fuck is all this Revolution shit getting in the way? Good grief. 6-1. That was fast. Honestly, I'm not even. Again, I love, but like I'm in a weird spot here because I like Brody. I like Brody King. I like Brody King a lot. But two champions lost tonight. Two of your champions were pinned by eliminator challengers. So we're going to run back two matches tonight. We're going to run them back at Grand Slam because the challengers pinned your champions. I keep saying it. They got a chance, man. They got a chance to dial some of this shit together, but they don't seem to fucking care at all. They have gone off the air, folks. Let me know. Let me know. What did you like? What didn't you like? What was good? What was bad? What was in between? How did you feel about it? Let me know. Let me know. let me know. And again, I think the same old shit with AEW week in and week out. They have all the parts, they have all the pieces. They could have a fucking top class fucking race car that just zooms, but Tony can't figure out where to put a fucking lug nut. Couldn't figure out where the steering wheel is supposed to be, and doesn't even know how to fucking get the thing out of park. That's what it feels like. We go from no selling everything to having the champion get beat like that. Yeah, like just add it up. It's all situational with them. There is no set rules, guidelines, parameters in which they have to function. That's the thing you got to sit down. I mean, Tony Khan has to have an idea what D&D is. Like, just fucking sit down and build the structure of the world, of the rules. Build the structure. Here's the rules. Here's how things supposed to go. This is how we're going to do it. And you stay within that confines. So if you're the company that never sells shit, be the company that never sells shit. But you can't go from not selling anything to then a guy gets punched like Brody King and lays out for 3.5 minutes where other guys get their shit in. And truly, tonight it felt like they were setting up a fatal four-way. Fucking crazy to me. AEW's finger poke at Doom. Kind of up there. And MJF, did anyone surprise that Adam Page is just staying right there? Like, you couldn't. Why can't some of this branch off into rivalries and feuds? Why can't we have like an upper mid card feud? Right? Like, Tony's not doing anything outside of the title pictures, right? Like, and even that, like, okay, Grand Slam's coming up. So you get an eliminator, you're in a mini tournament, and we're just going to throw people at titles without anything, without structure, without build, without plan. And again, I think this show, people, oh, it was so good, you do so much, but there was just so many missed opportunities. MJF still down. MJF looked so weak. I told you, tell me you're dickless without telling me you're dickless. And I don't even know if I'm allowed to say that on YouTube, but MJF felt absolutely dickless tonight. Right? It really did. Feels like they snipped off more than just the tip, if you catch my drift. MJF is leaving. This is see-through as hell. And then Brody comes up short at Grand Slam, and then what? There was 2 pile drivers tonight that looked fucking like you're not supposed to take a pile driver diagonal. Right? What are we doing? Winners face FTR. Yeah, see, everybody, right? Just throw it in. Throw it in. You had all the fucking time. Here's what the frustrating part about AEW at the beginning of any year. You don't have any major pay-per-views. You don't, like, you can build everything till March. Grand Slam, people aren't even sure what it is. Is it a show? Is it a pay-per-view? When is it on? What are they doing? There's no clear answers on this. But you have all this time, like from January 1 to Grand Slam next weekend, you could have built the Grand Slam. But we didn't do it. We just throw random matches in, doesn't build anything. And then we set up Grand Slam last minute with you get an eliminator, you get an eliminator, you get a number 1 contender. How are people missing this? What is it that the sickos don't want to see? And why is it so hard to comprehend that it's just absolutely lacking? Well, we knew we was going to be short because the fight started at 7 p.m. So after the hour, so the fight was going to be short. Again, with Tony Khan, we don't know. Some of these overruns go 15, 20 minutes. I will say, I'm shocked. If they were wanted to shock me, I was shocked. But not in a, oh my God, I can't believe they did that. More like, oh my God, I can't believe they did that. There's a difference. Such a questionable decision. I think MJF looks weak. I think MJF continues to look weak. I don't even think MJF's promos are hitting the way they used to. We got an MJF problem. This is why no selling is bad, because when it's time to sell, it looks fake. LARPing. Hashtag LARPing. Was MJF's time cut? Now that is a good question. That is a very good question. Did Kenny go long? Did Adam Page go long? Did the tag match go long? Did something go long? 7 out of 10. Why is Nick going to be? Oh shit, because MJF lost. Yeah, you're right. He'll be here tomorrow to tell you about it. 7 out of 10. Good show tonight. 7 out of 10, 7.5 out of 10. Good matches. Now the matches carry this show for sure. And when the matches are good and the matches are booked well, it really becomes a glaring statement at how bad the creative is in between the matches, right? You know Ricochet can get in the ring and have a good match with somebody. You know Kenny can get in the ring and have a good match. And they do. Thank God for that. Because the wrestlers in AEW are kind of like having a really good goalie in fucking most sports, but let's say hockey, where you could have a bad team, but a goalie could steal a game for you. The wrestlers are consistently stealing the game for Tony Khan. You know what I mean? Like Tony's not doing any good work, but then they go and deliver, and it kind of covers up the fact that your defense sucked tonight. Right? A good quarterback gets you a fucking win when you don't deserve it. And that's what the players do for Tony on the regular is they show up, they show out, and it's all this shit around them being good at wrestling that fucking hurts the show. 2 out of 10, the final WCW Creed pay-per-view was better than that. Deep cut, 6.5. I'm kind of in that neighborhood. I think I might. Do I give it the dreaded 7? I had 7 on my mind a lot lately. Do I give it the dreaded 7? They squashed your champion. Could you imagine? Right? Like right now, Cody's fucking with Jacob Fatu. Now, I know Drew's got the belt, but Cody had it. But let's say Drew. I mean, Drew and Jacob got beef. But you imagine ding ding and Drew gets pinned in 2.5 minutes? What would the internet look like that day? Oh, I can't believe they did this. I can't believe it's happening. What are we going to do? They don't know what they're doing. I can't believe MJF took that out that way. He looks so pathetic. There was a better way to get to the Grand Slam match. And again, it's not even like, all right, he beat him going into Revolution and we're setting up this big match for Revolution. It's Grand fucking Slam. A semi-show. 6 out of 10. There were some fun matches, but once again, they did nothing to make me invest weekly. That's it. That's the answer right there, Boston. I'm going with Boston. 6, because they only did half the work. And I don't care what anyone says. The show, it consists of 2 major things: in-ring performance and storytelling. And I think in any job or, any sport or anything else out there, if you only do 50% of the work, you can't get 100% of the credit. And that's how I feel about this show. It's how I felt about last week's show. And the thing is, it's not hate. They are this fucking close. All they need to do is get Tony Khan to step back and put a few people as the head of creative that deal with the wrestlers that are willing. You find a couple guys that are willing to look like a John Moxley in the face and say, no, we're not doing that today. No, you need a couple guys that can do that. And then they all go to Tony and say, this is what we agreed on. And we know in segment 1, these guys are going to go through tables. So we're not going to do it in segment 2, 3, or 4. These guys, there's going to be a bit of blood because there's a Moxley match. So the other matches, no bleeding. We've all talked it out. And then you come in with a structured plan. Everyone's on the same page. There's a consistency. There's a flow. And it's a much better feeling. I know I'm long-winded on this one, but it's simple. It's there. 5.5, awful, copy and paste. Copy and paste, Nair. That's a deadly word. And some of them do feel very copy and paste. 5 out of 10, 6.5 out of 10 is my rating. Wasn't much of a main event. MJF is not losing that until All In versus Ospreay. Roman, I'm with you, buddy. So why don't we just build up MJF, build him up, and you just keep shitting in this kid's mouth. Like, I feel bad for MJF. Kid's got talent, but my God, his promos have become cookie cutter and repetitive, and his matches, yeah, I know he can do it. Where is it? 6, 6, 6, 6, 6.5. Whoo, thumbs in the middle. We wanted something different and we got it. Okay. I mean, as in Brody winning? Don't forget the spike. I mean, not all something different makes sense. Do what Sean says, hit all the buttons. Welcome back. Hey, what's up? 4 out of 10. That's how you book a big man. Now, I mean, artist, you kind of got a point. And I hate that argument. However, it's not I don't know that. And you actually made me stop and think, because that is a valid argument, but I just don't think that the champion is the guy to make the big man look like the big man. You know? I'm more worried about protecting the champion than Brody King. Brody King should have been already doing this and destroying others so that he didn't have to do this to MJF. 4 out of 10, a blast from the past. Who booked this? Who booked that shit? A classic KJ rant Wednesday night for the archives. Bradley, I appreciate you. Nothing but love to the giver of gifts. Shout out to you, my guy. Pile drivers aren't special in AEW. Pile drivers, tombstones, DDTs, stomps, cutters, chair shots, stair shots, fire. We've had someone come back from fire. They don't sell fuck or all. Again, the key word of tonight, the word of tonight, thank you to Lady B, LARPing. LARPing. This was LARPing. Who do you think is a wildcard team next week? I don't know, Damien. Save that question for the boys tomorrow. 5 out of 10. Okay. They're having 2 of the same matches next week that we just, yes, it's fucked up. Fucked up. Wednesday night rants. I love it. 5 out of 10. 6.5. Hey, what's up, boss man? I think I still got a lot to go, but I see the vision, and I think they building collision. That does seem what they're doing for Grand Slam. I'm struggling with it. MJF smear campaign, retribution versus Trey Miguel just come to fruition. Let's go. 6.5, 4 out of 10. This chat has been outstanding tonight. As I do transition towards the door, TK is a bad coach with a good. Yes, that's exactly what it is. Like, it really is. Like, oh, coach, how did you do? All my fucking all-stars playing for me, and I might as well be a pylon on the bench. That's what it feels like. Right? So, no thanks to Tony. No thanks to the coach. No thanks to the leader. But they're still getting over. They're still fucking good talent. They just, at every turn, whether they realize it or not, the creative is killing them. I hear a lot of talk about WWE's creative, and a lot of it's justified. I'm not defending WWE. I'm just saying, let's fucking look at this picture, just step back a second and go, oh man, they're fucking up this way. They're fucking up that way. Let's all pick it up together. And right now, I think SmackDown's been better. I think Raw's been better. NXT still NXT. It's fucking hot and cold, but consistently kind of what it is. But ultimately, Dynamite has to get better. Dynamite has to get better. And we just won the damn belt. That was awful. Awful. KJ, people can talk about WWE, at least WWE, or tell better storylines. And this, exactly. So this is what leaves that open. Imagine if you're frustrated with WWE right now. You don't like WWE. You hate the product. And then you're like, oh, fuck, you know what? I'm going to check out Dynamite. And you tune in, and tonight you're watching, and you're like, none of this makes sense. None of these dots connect. And as much as Triple H might be triple safe right now, or some of the stories aren't it wasn't the best story, but they all have a beginning, a middle, an end. They have a bad guy, they have a good guy, they have a story. We might not love the story, but they have a story. And I think Tony Khan's got to figure out how to get there. 5 out of 10, they don't use prior shows to make you want to see specials or pay-per-views. They don't, no. Again, and they actually do the opposite. They actually do the opposite in the sense of, you just gave me 2 matches you're going to show on Grand Slam. Do I got to go to my way? And I know the Brody one was only 30 seconds, but I kind of feel like I know where it's going. Convoluted bullshit booking. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to pack up and head towards the door. Before I go, don't forget, we are here for the Super Bowl. We are also back at it tomorrow. Remember, 8:45, a little bit later for TNA. Impact goes live again. Trey Miguel will be in the house and so many others. We got more coming your way. More product down below. More shows, more streams, more original content, more prizes, more gifts, more giveaways, and all the fun stuff. It's been a good one here tonight. As I exit here tonight, and I know there's so many more comments, guys, and you guys have been outstanding. Great way to embarrass your world champion. It's crazy. And again, if they had done it to someone else, there would be a lot of response. So we'll see how this all plays out amongst the loving, friendly, caring IWC, but we'll see how it goes. Get ready for Macklin debut on Saturday, Open Challenge versus Ciampa. Oh, well, let's see. I'm nervous about it, and Anthony's going to talk about it tomorrow. You get real nervous when they start talking about TNA talent going to AEW. You're right. I blame T. Yeah, I don't think that's what I said. MDB. There you go. Richard D'Amore was working with what he had on the strangely formatted recorded shows. They were hit or miss, but the stories for the pay-per-view were always top notch. He would do great with the live TV and the roster, maximizing what you have, right? It's like Moneyball wrestling style, right? Like fucking Billy out there would be fucking thrilled with the approach. And you're right in a lot of ways. And that was always their claim to fame. And even at the time when I wasn't consistently watching TNA Weekly, I always told the fans, do not miss their pay-per-views. They deliver on the pay-per-views. Jose, thank you so much for the love. I appreciate you guys. You guys make these streams great. You guys make these streams fun. I do want to quickly say, as I still got over 70 people here, this evening was a bit of a heavy evening for me, and I know I'm a guy that always keeps my cards close to chest. I don't share too much. I'm kind of confident and happy with my life, and my bubble's tight and small, as is the Duchess. But all that being said, I want to just quickly remind everyone out there, be a friend, tell a friend, you're never alone. You're never on your own. If you haven't reached out to someone and talked to them in a couple days, say hi. Give the ones that you love nothing but the love. Make sure they know that you have that love for them. Don't hold back. Dreams come true. Keep working. Keep trying. Never give up. Don't take permanent action to a temporary situation. We got nothing but love for all you guys. You're amazing. Be brave. Be bold. Talk it out. Speak to somebody, and our doors are always the fuck open. But I got nothing but love for everyone out there. On behalf of Anthony, on behalf of Big Nick, I'm Mr. Every Night KJ White. Have a good night. I will see you on the flip side. Let's go.